Shortly, let's send it down to our MC to take the proceedings on the ground.
As a sponsor of the Community Championships. I also thank the participating leagues here today, the Bendigo Football Netball League and the Ballarat Football Netball League. Can we thank the hosts, the Bendigo Football Netball League and the Heathcote District Football Netball League. Can I also congratulate all the players and the coaches on their selections and making it this far to make a great day in the proceedings. I'd like to introduce the umpires. The field umpires today will be Stephen Williams, Cruz O'Shea and Peter Brown. Boundary umpires will be Connor Callahan, Jack Bombardi, Josh Finlay, and goal umpires will be Callan Evans and Ross Court. Ladies and gentlemen, could you all please stand and take your hats off while we play the national anthem. Can we now have the two captains, please, and an umpire, so we can toss the coin? You got a coin?
Generally helps, doesn't it, to have the coin? Lee Coughlin and Shane Page meet in the middle, of course, former adversaries in the Bendigo Football League of Sandhurst and Kyneton. Shane Page now with Darley. Let's send it down to Brian Mansbridge, who is at ground level.
Ballarat have won. Congratulations.
Yes, as you heard, Shane Page has won the toss, and he will kick to the Barnard Street end, which... well, boys, it's probably a little bit of breeze heading that way. It has been right through the first two games, and once again, he's taken that advantage and probably trying to look for that opening score on the board and put a bit of pressure on the Bendigo side.
They look a big side down there at ground level, Brian.
They certainly are. There's some big bodies. They look got some run. No, but I'm too frightened. I'm just bigger than me, jockey.
Did you have a wrestle with Ben Sortino there, Brian,
no,
21?
No,
You're
he's
just walking past him. You're not going to engage?
No, not engaging with the big man. No, not at all. He is a big man. But look, you have a look at the Bendigo side. You look at Timmy Martin and the likes. Working through their side. So they've got some. There's some height and some big fellas. Big Dylan Johnson down forward. He's a man that needs to step up and take some big marks today, and he might influence. But that fleet of foot has been the way to go right through today.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian, a tip?
Bendigo by 2 points.
Jock, for you?
Bendigo by 11.
Daniel, what do you reckon? They look like very evenly matched sides. Ballarat nice and mobile. Bendigo certainly the same. They know this ground. They know how you have to play it.
I think it's still a bit of a contrast between how the two teams play, like Scott Scron just said, but I can't be in this box and live in Bendigo without tipping Bendigo, so I think Bendigo by 2 goals.
Absolutely. Bendigo for me as well. Interleague footy, it's country footy's biggest rivalry. It's at the QEO. And in season 2017, they renew acquaintances. Sortino and Martin will start us off in the ruck. Umpire about to hold the ball aloft. A beautiful day for footy at the QEO. It's Bendigo winners in the 2 earlier games of junior footy and netball. Bendigo in the netball doing it pretty easily in the seniors. It might be an omen bet at this stage that they could have a bit of luck in the senior football as well. Let's get it underway. Interleague in 2017 at the home of country footy. And to start us off on Bendigo's Fresh FM, here's Jock Clark.
Yeah, first game at Lanyon in the centre square, so a big moment for him as he starts his interleague career, but they're underway. Martin and the big fella, Timmy Martin, gets first hands on it. Straight out the middle for Bendigo, goes over to Collins. He goes one way, then the other. Kick to the centre of the ground, not good. Chopped off by Graham for Ballarat. back where they started. Graham's got it for Ballarat, centre of the ground, goes to half forward, doesn't quite get to the target on the full. Good play though, good strong play. Will Young takes it, breaks a tackle, spins around right on 50, goes for home.
Free kick.
And there's a free kick on the edge of the goal square for Ballarat.
Yeah, it's going to Maximow for a hold against Miles.
Oh, well.
Wasn't much in it either, boys. He just, in the contest, he just tried to hold with him, wrapped their arms around him. The umpire just looked up and he lost his balance, which the umpire then saw, all right, you're just going to pay the free kick.
So Maximo shouldn't miss. 25 metres out, bit of an angle. First score of the interleague clash, comes in on the left foot and kicks a goal. Ballarat 1 straight, Bendigo yet to score. We've played 1 minute exactly in the first quarter of this interleague clash, thanks to Makita. Truck Demo Day here at Humaniser this Monday. I might go to that.
Good work.
Quick start by Ballarat, wasn't it? There was the first inside 50 there, and Collins did well for Bendigo on the back flank. He got the ball and just went to chip it to centre half forward. It was cut off there by Graham, and they went inside 50 and just a little hands in the back there.
So quick start for Bendigo. Martin and Sortino in the ruck. Martin won it down. It was Brian Graham in the centre. The two Darley on ballers, brothers, Chris and Brian, both out there. Chris running in off a wing. Big pack forms. No one can get it out and a ball up. So Johnstone started forward. He's got big Hobbs from North Ballarat City. Antonovich out of the goal square as well. Martin won it down again. Adam Baird on the end of it. Dispossessed. Coming through there was Sherlock. Handball forward. Nearly cut off by Huntley. Collins. Oh, really well done. Side his way through the pack. Handball to Donnan. Handball to Collins. Collins inside forward. 50. Antonovich up high. Chop of the arms.
Yes.
Free kick. Free kick coming to Caden Antonovich, who's got it 30 metres out on a 40-degree angle, right of centre. He'll go back and try and find a quick answer for Bendigo.
Andrew Collins with his hands on the ball a couple of times already, so that's great for Bendigo. They need his leadership out there. He's played a high level of football and just some already great passages of play there by him, and hopefully Antonowitz here for Bendigo can level the scores here.
He's the classic, Smithy. He arches the back, has the hands out in the classic how you're taught to mark. He's hard to get around.
28 goals on the season for South Bendigo, and Caden Antonovich adds his first in the blue and gold. Bendigo find the quick answer, 1 straight apiece here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. 3 gone, first term thanks to Aussie Disposals on Bendigo's Fresh FM, Daniel Smith.
I thought the players, just watching them when the anthem was being played, they all looked calm. Very calm, very cool-headed. They didn't seem to be nervous at all. So that was both teams. And we've seen that on the scoreboard already 3 minutes in, and both teams have started off like a cracker. So it's going to be interesting first up.
I'm feeling okay now, Smitty, because that was a settler for me. Ball up, centre of the ground. Martin first hands. Gee, there's plenty in there trying to get it out of the middle. Young, good hands, got it over to his teammate out there in Graham, who goes long towards half forward. Chance for Ballarat. Kick across the body by Pring. And it is through for a minor score. Yes, it is. Gee, that wasn't bad. It was 40 out. 1 step.
Got some purchase on it,
didn't he? And went baying Pring, but he went pranged it to the wrong side and threw for a little one. So it's 1-1-7 Ballarat. 1 straight goal. Bendigo 3.5 gone. First term, thanks to Aussie Disposals.
Cody Price will assume the kick-in duties, as he so often does for Bendigo. Wants to go to the outer side of the ground. Baird gets there, Thornton gets there. Good mark, Adam Baird over the back of the pack. He's off and running into the centre of the ground. It's a lovely kick as well. Found a teammate there presenting up the centre in Toma to Collins. Collins to half forward. Not a great kick, sent Callum Geary a task. He couldn't trap the football inside a field of play, and it'll be thrown in between wing and half forward on the outer side.
Just a little bit wide, wasn't it, Joel? Just he could have gone probably more direct to centre half forward. He was trying to find the player uncontested there. It just bounced over the line.
So ball to be thrown back in, outer side of the ground, across half forward for Bendigo. Ballarat by a point after 4.5 minutes in this interleague clash. Out the back of the stoppage, Pring jams it on the boot, goes up towards half forward. Not a great kick though, and Miles was in there taking the mark. In fact, it's Coe. He's got it at centre half back for Bendigo.
So Coe goes into the centre of the ground. It's a good kick. Finds a teammate down there. Holmes gets away with it. Go long to half forward. Just outside forward 50 for Bendigo. No one could take the grab. Numbers come in. It's pretty tough and tight in the clinches. The umpire lets them go. They go to ground now. He's going to ball it up. With the strength of particularly the Ballarat side, you would think that those clinches would be tough to break out of. So it'll be balled up just on forward 50 for Bendigo. the big fellow, got it down. That was for Ballarat. Sortino couldn't put a teammate on the end of it. Chance down there for Bendigo. Kick towards full forward. Up they go. No one could take the mark. Kick came from Johnson. Couldn't trap it over the line and out of bounds. It'll be thrown back into play. And it'll be thrown in just outside forward 50 for Bendigo.
I like this jock, Bendigo, bringing Blair Holmes on. So like you said, in the contested issues, he's a strong body around there for Bendigo to match it with these big bodies for Ballarat.
He's as tough as there is in Bendigo.
I like how he goes about it.
He and Donnan certainly got plenty of size and bullocking work. Hutchinson, former league medalist in Ballarat, handball to Graham. Handball quickly to Pring, inside defensive 50. Giampalo's kick was smothered well by Donnan, who saw it across the boundary line, and a throw in inside forward 50 for the blue and gold.
It looks as though Bendigo, when they get it across half back, they want to really turn and go, play on, give to the handball to receivers facing the right way and try and break the lines.
Interesting, Adam Baird's nominated to go up in the ruck against Sortino. Flies over the back, couldn't take it. Brian Graham, handball to Hutchinson, handball to Ryan Luke, who's often running at centre half back for Ballarat. Quickly over the top, found Bell, back to Hutchinson, quick kick, inverse barrel up towards half forward. Absolute shocker, didn't look. And it's marked by Conforti at centre half back.
Goes wide towards half forward. Up they go. Chance for a Bendigo mark. No, free kick paid. Is it?
Yep.
Yep. Donnan, no. Going back.
Huntley.
So Huntley's got it on the wing. Grandstand side for Bendigo. Looks ahead. Starting to get crowded. He needs to go. Now he does. Long. Inside forward 50. Johnston caught at the back in front. Ballarat paid the mark. That's Ryan Luke. And he's got it 40 out from a goal. He's offending. Goes short and gives it to Brian Graham, who has had a bucket of it so far in this game. He goes wide, finds a teammate. Ballarat move it beautifully down the wing grandstand side, and they've got a mark down there. It is taken by Jack Walker.
Jack Walker, no relation to Johnny. Kick inside was cut off. Price, open goal square, 2 bounces, runs to 40 and kicks it on the full. He did the rest beautifully, Cody Price.
Did he get grabbed just as he kicked it, or was it just a shocker?
No,
Just a shocker.
Oh, yeah, probably a bit of both. He did well to steady there. I thought he had to steady and try and line it up, so I don't think he can have a go at the fella then. It was a great intercept.
Good chase from Big Sortino as well.
In 2 minds he was.
Here's Horbury, whose left foot kick was so damaging a couple of years ago, finds Chris Graham in front of the scoreboard. 7.5 gone first term, Ballarat by a point.
Kick out towards half-back, bouncing ball. No one could get there to take the mark. Ballarat free kick. Umpire said a player was held. He didn't have the football, so Ballarat have got it on the outer side between half-back and centre wing. They go into the corridor where a good mark is taken by Bendigo down there.
Oh, no.
Who was that that took that?
Conforti.
He'd have been good back line, but he went directly across the ground. Wanted a teammate, couldn't take it, was held up, was Big Martin. And the umpire will ball it up just outside forward 50 for Ballarat. One of the big things today is going to have to be the ball use by Bendigo. They are going to have to be slick. They've got it out towards the centre of the ground, beautifully done. Taken away for them down there through the centre. Kicked long towards full forward over the back. Chance here. Caden Antonowitz will take it, have a bounce, run into an open goal and kick Bendigo's second.
Well done there, Cal Huntley.
Oh, wasn't he good?
Fantastic, yeah. Just the kick wasn't to advantage in a way to Antonowitz there, but he just put it over the top. Antonowitz knew it was going over the top and got his player under the footy and was able to run onto it for a beautiful goal. But for the young player Huntley there, just to steady in a real hot contest of a game. You knew there was pressure on him, but he just steadied, kicked to the hot spot there, and Antonowitz did the rest. So he's coming off for a spell now, a well-earned spell. It's a hot-paced game, boys.
Tell you what, and ringing the changes, they've got Huntley in the Geary in the middle now, and Holmes, Bendigo, from the ball up. Chance for Ballarat to go to half forward, but repulsed by Coe. He goes to half forward for Bendigo, and the mark is taken by Lanyon. He plays on. Ordinary looking kick, went all the way along the ground, taken by the Ballarat defence. There's plenty of them. Sherlock's got it. He goes to the wing on the outer side to a marking contest. Both players missed the football. Good clever kick off the ground from the Ballarat forward. Goes up towards the half forward flank. Here they come. Inside forward 50. Taken. Fired on goal across the face. Ballarat mark paid. Yep. 3 or 4 metres out, but a fairly tight angle.
Cal Curry.
Down there. Who is it?
Cal Curry.
Callum Curry has taken the mark.
Just an injury concern here for Ballarat. It's Brian Graham. Just clutching his ribs. He's
Curry steps out and kicks the goal.
Sorry.
So that's Ballarat to 2-1-13, just in front of Bendigo, who are 2 straight goals.
See Graham just coming off. Jock
looks
here.
pretty sore.
He's jogging off. He was in the arms of the trainers and it looked like he had a bit of pain, but he looks okay now. But yeah, good reply there for Ballarat. They needed it. Bendigo looked like they had the momentum going their way the last couple of goals and gone inside 50 again, only 3 or 4 times for 2 goals. So that's a good return for Ballarat already.
So 1 point margin to Ballarat. Started well.
Now McPhee goes in for
Yeah.
the centre square.
Absolutely. Up they go. This time Lang's in there as the ruckman for Bendigo. Nothing coming out of the middle and a ball up. Big job for young Jake Moorhead. He's got Braden Kite early. Kite's kicked 8 goals, 2 in every game so far this season for Melton. Hutchinson's in the middle. He was tackled without. No, in fact, it's going to be a throw. So a free kick coming out of the centre of the ground to Benny McPhee, who's got it just defensive side of centre. Drives a low ball to the outer side. Johnstone was beaten to it there pretty convincingly by Hobbs. Bendigo with numbers around the contest. It's going to be a free kick, though, coming here to Sherlock. In fact, it was Kite who quickly got it away, then got it back on the outer side of the ground. Wheels around onto the right boot. Coe tracks it down. Running out there for Ballarat and doing well. Trapping inside was Young. Inside the forward 50 towards Maximow. 3 Bendigo numbers there. Miles had a fumble in defence. You can't do that in interleague footy, Tyler. He paddled it towards the boundary. Maximow gets back there, keeps it in, had a shot, smothered. Ball on the deck, 35 out from goal for Ballarat. They fight for the footy, 13 players around the football. They won't get it out, and we'll have a ball up inside forward 50 for Ballarat. 12 gone, first term. It's the Navy Blues by 1 point, kicking to the city end, or the Barnard Street end in this opening term.
Good tight tussle early on, no doubt about that. Deep in Ballarat's scoring zone though now. From the ball up, no one can get it effectively. They chase it down on hands and knees. Ballarat go backwards to find some space. Now they do. A wobbly old kick in towards the front of the goal square. Taken down there by, was it
Young.
Will Young, and he spun around and kicked a goal. I reckon he got spun into that. Young took it at the front of the goal square, spun around on the left foot and kicked it through. That's Ballarat's third. So Ballarat will go to 3-1-19, leading Bendigo 2 straight, 12. That is thanks to Aussie disposals. 12 and a half minutes gone, first term.
Yeah, the tackle just didn't stick there by the Bendigo defenders. Young was in front there and he picked the ball up nicely on the half volley, but the tackle just didn't stick and he was able to get the goal.
Heater in the ruck now against Lang. Toma comes off the back edge of the square, inside forward 50. Johnstone had it knocked away. Well done, Hobbs. Brought it to ground level inside defensive 50. Ballarat with the football. Little cute kick around the corner there came from Jackson Bolton. And he found Commer at half back. So Nick Commer, former Essendon midfielder, has got it. Half back on the broadcast side. He's side up by 7 points. 13 and a half gone in this term. Chips it short and finds Bolton, premiership player with Bacchus Marsh last year. Gets on the right boot, sends it into the centre of the ground. Coe and Lang flew, knocked it away from one another. Collins is in there again, steadying handball. Donnan had to be good and evade the traffic. Runs the centre wing, sends it up towards half forward. Wharton with 3 to beat, got crunched.
Yeah, did well though.
He did. Bolton came away with it though. He chipped it short and Chris Graham's got it on the back edge of the square.
Graham gives ground, goes directly across. That's no good. Bendigo get the turnover. They go back inside forward 50 and Tonowitz is the target down there. He's got a couple to beat. Goes to ground. They lock him up and the umpire balled it up. 40 out from the Bendigo goal.
Lucky there Ballarat, it didn't turn over and there was a quick turnaround and goal there, so they were lucky to hold it up here, Ballarat.
So there's the ball up. Johnson contests for Bendigo. It's tapped out into no man's land. Chance down there for Baird. He went through the pack, couldn't take the football. Ballarat defence do okay. It's worked back in the direction of Bolton. He's under the pump, got it through to a teammate. That was Page, the skipper. He goes to half-back, outer side. Bendigo player got hands to it, couldn't complete the mark.
Free kick.
Umpire's picked out a free kick and it'll go out there to Nick Lang. So Big Lang's got it at half-back. Plays on with a hand pass. Teammate, had to do some work, then kicked into the player in front of him. So a wasted opportunity from Bendigo. It's close to the line, half forward for Bendigo, outer side. Ballarat with numbers. They work it well over the top to Graham. Graham goes with a long bomb up towards forward 50. Here come Ballarat's picked up and kicked high. Who's under it? Marking contest. No one could take it. Chance for Bendigo. couple of hand passes. It was intercepted, kicked towards Ballarat's goal. There's nobody home. Bendigo should get the numbers back on the last line of defence and get out of trouble. They won't. The kick was poor. It was easily read, and I think it's Graham who's chipped in and marked. Well, a Bendigo player waited for it, and Graham just ran in front of him. Geez, a good player, that Graham. Very, very agile and reads it well. So he's taken the mark and will shoot for goal from about 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. For Ballarat's fourth, Graham lines up and has put it through for a minor score. Ballarat to 3-2-20. Bendigo 2 straight goals, 12, 15 gone. First term, thanks to Aussie Disposals.
Cody Price with the kick-in duties for Bendigo. Chips it short to Miles. Low ball, lovely kick. Oh, bounced off the chest there of McPhee. Really should have swallowed that one. Ballarat let back in. Brian Graham's back on the ground. Handball to Sherlock. Had a lot of time. Eventually got rid of it. Young for Ballarat. Handball through the traffic. McPhee bounces off a few. Was taken high. And Ben McPhee will take the free kick across half-back. Handball off to Collins, who's clearly the designated user of the football for Bendigo, to Huntley. Huntley, defensive side of centre wing in the centre of the ground to Toma. Back to Collins, who's kept on running. Now he's hemmed in. Handball back to Donnan. Needs to be good here. Kick wasn't careful at all. And it's intercepted by Tongue for Ballarat, just defensive side of centre wing. 16 and a half gone. First term. Ballarat 3-2, Bendigo 2 straight on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
They want to play on at all costs, Bendigo, but they're just not sort of getting through the traffic at this stage. So a hand pass back as Ballarat play on to Hobbs. Hobbs goes wide to the wing on the outer side. The target over there was Walker. Missed. Can he go and get it? He can. He's got support. No. Might have just stepped over the line out of bounds. He has. So it'll be thrown back into play between wing and half forward for Ballarat on the outer or swimming pool side of Bendigo's Queen Elizabeth Oval.
Spot on there, Jock, before when you said about Bendigo's skill has to really be up there, and if it's not, the turnover's there, and Ballarat are using it well, so they've really got to hold the ball and control the footy when they've got it in their hands, Bendigo.
From the throw-in, Lang got it down, and Bendigo go towards half forward, thumped away into no man's land. Possession important, there's a whistle on play. It is a Ballarat free kick.
Yep.
Ballarat free kick. Graham again on the wing, outer side, has got it and will drive the dark blues forward. Goes towards half forward. Can he find a teammate? He can. The mark is taken down now. I think it might be Hutchison. He can't, unloads long, inside forward 50. Player Maximo on a lead. Just got a little bit of space to kick it around the body. And it bounced through from, well, he's probably kicked it 50 metres. It's rolled through the last 30, but through for a minor score. Ballarat to 3-3. Bendigo to 2 straight goals. 18 gone, first term.
A long kick out towards the grandstand side here for Bendigo. Huntley flies. Coe was there. Collins stayed down and did well. Roved it nicely. Handball over the top. Was tapped forward by Lang, but turned over. Page, Hutchinson, Graham out wide, looking for Horbury in the South Bendigo Social Rooms pocket. Sees him over the boundary line and out of bounds. Nearly spent a lot of time in the South Bendigo Social Rooms, Horbury. Of course.
Signed with the Bloods, didn't he? Wasn't not allowed go.
Not allowed. Went back to Redan and has stayed there since.
It's been a little bit concerning is when Ballarat get the ball inside 56 or 7 times, they've already scored. So a little bit concerning there for Fitzy and his boys.
Might have another chance here. Graham went through the traffic, couldn't get rid of it. Tongue kick, cut off by Lanyon, who had his head ripped off in the tackle by Heater. Lanyon's got it at half back, the former North Ballarat Rooster, who would know a lot of these boys very, very well. Good Jono making his interleague debut in the blue and gold. Sends it down the line. Thornton in a pack of 3. Elects to play defender, fisted over the boundary line, thrown back in centre wing, grandstand side. 9-point lead Ballarat, 19 gone, opening term on Bendigo's Fresh FM. Joel Peterson, Jock Clark, Daniel Smith and Brian Mansbridge with you.
Throwing on the wing, grandstand side. Big Sortino in front, was beaten to it on that occasion by Martin. Who gets it out? It's Ballarat again. Hutchison goes long, inside forward 50. Can't put a teammate on the end of it. A bouncing ball's picked up by Tongue. Fortuitous goes towards full forward for Ballarat. Kick across the body. It couldn't find a teammate. It's picked up by Sherlock. And he's put it through for another one for Ballarat. They've got too many numbers down there, Daniel. So that's 4 for Ballarat. They go to 4 goals, 3, 27, leading Bendigo 2 straight goals, 12, 20-minute mark of the first term.
Jock, the ball's going to the right spots too for Ballarat, so when they're going inside 50, they're getting into the hot spot, and Young and Sherlock there, if they're not taking the ball, looks like they're going to bring it to ground front and square, and the little guys know where it's going. Again, Sherlock could have been tackled there by the Bendigo defence, but he just shrugged the tackle with his big body, and he was able to get the hands out, and the snap got for goal there. So things need to improve here for Bendigo.
15-point margin the way of Ballarat. Bendigo should come out of the middle here. Here's Miller, chased down by Brian Graham and thrown into the turf, but Lanyon's back the other way. Handball to Toma, to McPhee, centre wing. Kick sounded like it was touched off the boot. Umpire didn't say anything. And Adam Baird marks just forward of centre wing, gets on the right boot, tees it up inside forward 50. Antonovich flies, can't take the mark. Thornton out the back, Hobbs there as well. Quick handball over the top, inside defensive 50. Here's Holmes, handball quickly. Toma looking for Collins, can't find him. 30 out from the Bendigo goal. Chris Graham does well, throws it on the boot, only as far as Martin. Martin quickly off to Moorhead, goes long, top of the square, Antonovich flies. Good strong work though in defence. Adam Short it was for Ballarat. He chips short, finds Hutchinson, and Hutchinson finds Hobbs in the back pocket.
So Ballarat have got it deep in defence. Hobbs goes back inside the defensive goal square and finds a teammate who takes the mark. Ballarat will attempt to work this out of the last line of defence. Another short kick, this time to Chris Graham, who takes the mark, then goes short again. That's not a good kick. As the door opens for Bendigo. Ballarat under the pump now in defence. It's 40 out from the Bendigo goal. Too good. Worked over again towards Ben Graham. He goes long towards the centre of the ground. Thumped clear into no man's land. Bendigo at the numbers. Lanyon got it. Got out a hand pass. Bendigo back inside forward. 50. Should be a mark, and it is. It's taken out there. Might be Bear Thornton, is it? Yep. Big Bear's got it from 55. Wastes no time. Loads up to the front of the goal square. All Ballarat. Mark taken unopposed.
Can't let Hobbs get that kind of space.
They've got to make a contest.
Too big, too strong. His kick out wide, searching for a teammate. Good kick as well, and it found Grant Bell, who's pressed up the ground and taken the mark at half-back as we tick into time on, thanks to Tindakar in this opening term. Page and Holmes go at it in the centre of the ground. Holmes drew the 50-50, knocked it to ground level. Lanyon dived in and a ball up. Brian Mansbridge at ground level. It looks like Ballarat have just got their hands on the footy more in the contests.
They're using it too well going forward, and they just seem to wait where we sort of cough it up and just bang it in, hoping that someone's going to take a kick like Bear did before. So they just need to settle and make sure that they deliver the ball inside forward 50.
Here's Horbury, left foot kick, screws it around the body, looking for a teammate there, trying to take it was Comma, held without it. Free kick will come to Ballarat. Conway adjudged to be a bit overzealous. Comma goes by hand to Horbury. This is dangerous. Left foot kick inside forward 50. Knocked down by Price. Tracks it towards the boundary line. Kept it in. Cody Price did well in the end. Handball into the boot there of Tongue. It's over and out of bounds, and it will be thrown back into play. 48 out. South Bendigo Social Rooms pocket. Ballarat 4-3. Bendigo are 2 straight. 23 gone. Opening term on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
Don't want to concede another one here before the first quarter time break, Bendigo. Martin in front. Thumps it to the front of the pack. No one could take it. Chance for Ballarat. Work back to Graham. Gets it on that left foot. Little pass is good. And he's found a teammate. Probably only went 20 metres that kick, but it was clever.
It was Chris DeBryan,
who has taken the mark. About 50 metres out. Maybe a little less. Right on the boundary line.
He's a good kick too, Brian Graham.
Want to be from that pocket. He's deep in. He's only about 2 or 3 metres inside.
And he comes for goal. Is an absolute dart right through the centre, and Ballarat get another one. They've had a very good start in this first term. That's their 5th goal, all individual goal kickers. So they go to 5-3-33. Bendigo at 2 straight goals, 12. 24 minutes gone first term. And that is thanks to the Makita Truck Demo Day. Humaniser, it's on there. We all know where Humaniser is. This Monday, Daniel.
Absolutely, let's get there. Ryan's right, just like he said before, it's the inside 50s that for Ballarat that are really chopping up Bendigo. Bendigo bombed away a couple of times where there's been some better passes and some better execution.
Free kick out of the middle here. Comes to Martin. Martin quickly off by hand to McPhee, McPhee finds Price, who loads up on the right boot, sends it inside forward 50. All Ballarat. Hobbs at the front, couldn't take it. Spinning out of the pack was Geary. He couldn't take it either. Lanyon in the scoreboard pocket. Tracks it down by hand back to Adam Baird. Left foot kick is way out of town. Over the line, out of bounds on the full. And a penalty free kick to be taken in the back pocket. Not really that close to goal, to be truthful.
Once again, coming off the Cody Price coming inside, just up and under kick to a big pack where we're not delivering and lowering our eyes, looking for those passes going inside our forward 50.
And Hobbs and Luke are pretty happy to drop off their men and just get back in front of the space. So
making
Ballarat
it too easy.
Work it into the defensive goal square. Page had it. He found Giampaolo, who runs outside defensive 50 at the 25-minute mark.
Goes long, 50-50 contest, up they go. No one could take the mark. Beautifully roved by Luke, though. He picks it up, runs his measure, goes long towards half forward, finds a teammate out in front with a footy. That's Maximo. He can't take it. He's tackled to the ground, given plenty of time to get rid of it. Bendigo might be able to win it back. Can they? Chance for them down there through Isaiah Miller. They work it out. They've got numbers. Lanyon takes it.
Collins.
Goes with a hand pass to Conway, who goes into the pocket. And Tonowitz, the target, has to take it on the bounce. One way, then the other. He's hemmed in. Centering kick, and the mark has been taken for Bendigo. Did all the hard work. In fact, it was Andy Collins.
Yeah, good
And
move.
he had nowhere to go, did he? He was absolutely corralled.
He was.
And in the end, he used it very, very well, and the mark has been taken by Thornton.
Lowered his eyes, Daniel. That's what they need to do. Look for that player that's leading out at him.
Just that class there. He's some class player across the middle of the ground there, and it was a good move to push him forward and find a target in Thornton here.
So
should
Thornton,
goal.
from 35 metres out, kicks a point. Just not quite
Would have been handy.
dialed in at the moment. Bendigo, they go to 2-1-13. Ballarat 5-3-33, thanks to Aussie Disposals.
Bendigo missing some chances early. It's not quite 2013 style, but it's not great. Here's Sherlock, absolute running machine from the Bacchus Marsh Football Club. Sherlock's got the footy at the top of the defensive goal square. 20-point lead for Ballarat as he gallops out and gets on the right boot, and it's a lovely measured kick. And he's found Bell, who's got it at the back edge of the centre square. Grant Bell gets on his right boot, sends it towards half forward. Hutchinson, the target, tried to go with the one mitt, couldn't take it. Coe stayed down, handball to a stationary Martin. Now back around the corner to Coe, good work. They've worked it to the outer side for Toma. Toma goes down the line, Adam Baird. He takes it and he's off and running. Adam Baird will take a bounce. He sees the grass in front of him, feeds it out wide to Price. Price on the right boot, tees it up, top of the square. Antonovich, one-on-one, over the back, nearly took a screamer of a one-handed grab. He was quickly tackled though and locked up very quickly and effectively. And it'll be a ball up top of the square. Bendigo deep into attack.
Almost. So ball up just outside the 10-metre square. Thornton got a big tap away. Who can he put on the end of it? Collins tried. He was tackled, lost the football. Thornton got it back. Kick around the bodies, a goal to Bendigo. Collins. Good work by Thornton in that. Good body work by the Big Bear. And Bendigo got one that they absolutely desperately needed. So that's their third. They go to 3-1-19. Ballarat 5-3-33. Closing on quarter time, thanks to Aussie Disposals.
Fresh live update. The MCDFNL winners this afternoon, 14-10-94 to Warrnambool and District, 9-12-66. So a good win to the MCDFNL over there, Smithy.
Great stuff by Luke Tracy and his fellas there. So great for the MCDFL. Good on them.
Ball back in the middle. Bendigo pinch one back, closing in on quarter time. 28.5 gone on the time on clock, thanks to Tintakar in this first term. Ball locked up in the middle, eventually comes out. Well done, Truck Donnan. Just flung a handball out of the contest. Getting back there, though, was Luke for Ballarat. Handball to Brian Graham, who's stationary at the back edge of the centre square. Tees it up, out wide, high ball. Sitting under it was Bell. Did well, collected his own crumb. Goes on the right boot, inside forward 50, miles in front. Siren sounds. Quarter time here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval in this senior interleague clash for season 2017, and a good start for the visitors. Ballarat 5-3-33, Bendigo 3-1-19. Second term on the other side of this will continue with more live local footy on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
And hopefully there's enough room to get that to happen and the schools can lift a yard.
Thanks, mate. All the best in this quarter.
Brett Fitzpatrick there with Brian Mansbridge on the boundary on Bendigo's Fresh FM. About to get set for a start in this second term as the spectators leave the ground. Pretty healthy crowd in this evening, Jock.
Good for interleague footy. We haven't broken world records with interleague crowds in previous years, but it's quite good today, and I think the having the Heathcote League as well involved in the day has absolutely been a winner, no doubt about that. So good crowd, yep, not a bad game of football. The lights are on, it's like a twilight match.
Yep.
And we're about to get into the second quarter right now. The big fella got it down, Sortino. First hands on it for Ballarat. Graham takes it, got it out of the centre. Hand pass to Sherlock. He goes wide towards the wing, grandstand side. Ballarat controlling the football. Worked in towards Comer. Geez, on his own. Went with a hand pass. Got his teammate caught. Gee, they had it. They had a paddock, and suddenly they turned it over. Might be a chance for Bendigo as they play on quickly, kick towards half forward. Thornton the target, couldn't get there. Collins is there, lays a good tackle for Bendigo. Ball in dispute, just outside Bendigo's forward 50. It just came off a few players, however, and trickled over the boundary line, and it'll be thrown back into play.
Nick Comer could have carried the ball and nearly kicked a goal from 50 then.
Exactly.
Jockey looked inside and even backwards and to a play that was not free.
Unnecessary overuse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Throw in, half forward for Bendigo. Martin got it out, trying to chase it down. There's Chris Graham for Ballarat. Taken away though, Bendigo have got it. Inside forward 50, a pass across the ground. Didn't find a teammate. Ballarat get it back. They ran out of half-back, kick wide. Who's there? Chases on, went into no man's land. Ballarat player got there first, went without the football. Hand pass back, chance for Bendigo, worked over towards Holmes. He goes one way, then the other. Now it's kicked long, inside forward 50. Player from Bendigo went to ground. Ballarat enabled to mop up, and they'll get out of danger through Scotty Sherlock.
Sherlock goes short, finds Chris Graham, back by hand to Sherlock, and run all day this man, sends it out wide, good kick, Horbury's got it, centre wing out of side of the ground, Nathan Horbury wants to go back on that trusty left boot, up towards half forward, Maximau slid in, went without it, Lanyon was there as well, Maximau went back and got it, Powers away from the contest, left foot kick, inside forward 50, standing under it, Price. Bendigo numbers around the contest. 20 out from his defensive goal. Conway picks it up. Right foot kick to space and Miles. He's got miles of it. Sends it out wide. They keep running. Toma runs through centre half forward. Goes on the right boot inside forward 50. Antonovich went crack. Johnstone picked it up. Left full right foot check side misses.
Gee.
From the boundary right forward pocket, couldn't find the major opening. 3-2-20 Bendigo, 5-3-33 Ballarat, 2.5 gone, second term, thanks to Aussie Disposals.
It was an opportunity, and
Good
when they
build-up.
knock, you've got to open the door.
It was good build-up by Bendigo there. They took it from the back pocket to basically to the forward pocket in probably 5 or 6 seconds, so that was good build-up, some good play there.
So Ballarat just go backwards and forwards across the goal there defending. Now they come out, and the mark is taken by Ryan Luke. Luke plays on. His kick partially smothered. Now it bounces just outside forward 50 for Bendigo. Ballarat player takes it, locked up in a tackle, and the umpire is going to ball it up. A little bit of nervousness still from both sides.
Yeah, I thought a couple of entries for Bendigo there have been a little bit better. Antonovich was a better lead, and the kick did hit him, but he just didn't take the mark. And even Cal Huntley, just the execution, but he was still looking for a player to take a mark inside 50 there.
Went down to Lanyon, who was wrestled to the ground, and the umpire to ball it up again.
So up they go, this time diving in on top. Might have been on that occasion for Bendigo, Lee Coughlin. Free kick going to Ballarat, who quickly work it out wide. Kick towards Walker. Knocked away from him by Callan Geary, who's been pretty quiet so far. Kick down the line, turned over. Adam Baird's got it. Smack bang on centre wing. Chips short to Donnan. Donnan's got it just forward of centre. Bendigo trail by 13 points. Donnan gets on the right boot, tees it up. Collins the target, 2 to beat. Really good grab, Ryan Luke.
Yes.
Read it beautifully, came off his man and chips it across the ground to Chris Graham. He can generate some run, poor kick. Nearly cut off. Lanyon was in there, couldn't quite track it down. Comer went in, he was tackled, lost the footy. Horbury handball, clever, steadied. Graham now for Ballarat into the centre of the ground.
Mark.
Good kick and Sherlock's away.
Sherlock now breaks out of the centre, goes long inside forward 50. Good defensive spoil by the Bendigo defence, taken by Adam Baird. He now uses his space, kicks towards half forward. Good mark, Ballarat, though. Gee, they're strong overhead. Bolton it is, who's taken it. Wastes no time. Plays on to Walker. Walker goes to half forward. Finds Graham. That's Brian Graham, who's got it. Half forward, just outside forward 50. Ballarat, they're going to build. He goes in, gets the lead from the Ballarat player. I can never say his name, Maximo, who grabs the footy, tackle to the ground. The umpire's going to ball it up just inside Ballarat's forward 50. Have a look at that, Maksymow. There you
Yes.
go. Try and remember that.
Maximo.
Yep.
Ball up. I'm trying to think of the Gladiator, the movie. Nathan Horbury takes it. He's tackled. Ball spills over the line and out of bounds. It'll be going to be thrown
Deliberate
back
as
into
they
play.
get.
That was deliberate.
Have we got that rule?
No.
Not to that extent, anyway. Not officiated in the same reckless abandon, let's say, as the AFL.
So let's have a look. 5 minutes gone, second term. Ballarat at 5-3-33. Bendigo 3-2-20. And it is just outside forward 50 for Ballarat.
Heater and Martin wrestled. And the ball up. Be a good player to have in the Ballarat Footy League, I reckon, Heater, Smithy.
You need it, yep.
Middle of winter. They'd all be getting around Heater.
Each club would need one.
Ball goes up, Heater goes up. Collins through the traffic. Have a look at that from
Fantastic.
Andrew Collins. Absolutely glided through the traffic. Kick towards the wing for Bendigo. Kicked it to Thornton and Lang. Limited mobility between the two of them as far as crumbing goes. And a ball in centre wing on the grandstand side. Collins in the traffic today has just been too silky for them, Smithy.
He started up forward, but they've obviously moved him into the midfield to try and win some contested ball,
And
like Fitzy said. So
Looks like they're running Page with him at the stoppages at the moment too.
Already
So
getting-
Page has just gone to him, yeah. He's gone to him and tried to lock him down a bit.
Martin shoves Graham out of the way. Coughlin goes in. Little Falcon, or almost Falcon himself there as he tapped it down onto his head. Picked the footy up. Lee Coughlin goes inside the forward 50. Thornton can't take it. Inside the forward 50. Well done from in defence there. Hoy. Clever over the top to Luke. Luke goes out wide, finds Walker. And Ballarat can reload from inside the defensive 50.
They are super strong in defence, Ballarat. They just work off each other beautifully. Kick out towards half-back for Ballarat. Nobody can take the mark, but at ground level it's all Ballarat as Sherlock takes it. Goes wide to the wing on the outer side and finds a teammate. And the mark has been taken. He goes short. Little one, that's okay. Kite now, plays on. Another little pass, that's good. And he finds a teammate just outside forward 50. Slow build by Ballarat. Now a longer kick inside forward 50. Graham just couldn't get there. Probably should have taken it. Ball bounces off his chest, goes to ground, and the umpire is going to come in and ball it up. Well,
They spoiled each other.
he's
Young.
been sensational all day, and that just
yeah, Young put his hand
His
on
mate.
it too, so
Yeah.
they did spoil each other.
Oh, Pring
Goal.
out of the stoppage, roves and snaps a goal. Did well, did Nathan Pring. Through the traffic, jammed it on the left boot and bounced it home. Something out of nothing for Ballarat. They go to 6-3-39. Bendigo a 3-2-20. 8 gone, second term, thanks to Aussie Disposals on Bendigo's Fresh FM. And I think that probably, especially inside forward 50, just shows their strength around the stoppages.
Yeah, well, obviously Bendigo didn't have anyone on the defensive side, and he was able to just stroll through there, get the easy clean-up and kick the goal. But Bendigo wouldn't be too disappointed with this start in the second quarter, even though they haven't got a goal. But I think when the ball's in their hands, they're still moving it quickly. They're winning the contested issues, like Fitzy said. So if they can match Ballarat in the contested issues and get it out to their runners, goals are going to come for Bendigo.
I think they need to, Smithy. Now they've got a chance. They'll get the takeout from the centre of the ground. It'll go long towards half forward, and the mark is taken on the outer side, half forward. Kick inside forward 50. Johnston on the lead. Thumped away. In fact, it was Lang close to the boundary line. It's over and out of bounds for a throw-in.
Calgieri's almost been playing deep forward in this game. I'd like to see him up the ground and affecting the game, trying to give them some run out of the middle.
I reckon he went forward after Andrew Collins came up the ground, and he was the one that went back there to give him a small forward.
Thornton's gone back into the goal square at full forward for Bendigo. Meanwhile, from the throw-in, it's kicked over the line and out of bounds by a Ballarat defender, and it'll be a free kick to Bendigo.
And interesting to see Luke standing just off Thornton by himself.
Wharton goes short and gives it to Collins. So Bendigo a chance now to build something. The kick, long, inside forward 50. Johnston leads. They are all over him like a rash when he goes anywhere near it. And in fact, it's Graham who takes it for Ballarat. went with a hand pass to a teammate, missed, put it out of bounds for a throw-in.
They work well together, their back six, don't they, Jock, like you said, and I know Shane Scontra said the same thing. Their run and drive from the back line is a strength for Ballarat.
Just can't find a way through at the moment.
So ball thrown back up across half forward for Bendigo. Ballarat again. Here's Brian Graham. Left foot kick down the line. Martinson's under it. And marks. Good block from Conway. Quickly by hand here, Bendigo. Inside the forward 50. Moorhead. Gee, Thornton was worked under that way too easily. Good work from Short, who chips short and finds Chris Graham inside defensive 50. Needs someone in there who's got some physical presence at the moment, Bendigo. Need a big thumper just to crash the pack and at least bring the ball to ground. Here's Hobbs, last line of defence. 10 gone, second term. Ballarat by 19 points at the QEO and Interleague footy in 2017. Huntley, that's a really good mark over the opposition ruckman. Terrific grab from Callan Huntley. Oh, that cannot be paid to Ballarat.
Well, he's obviously paid the man in front.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about that.
But I didn't think...
Huntley had first hands on it clearly, and he'd have just wrestled it off him as they went to the ground. Two Ballarat umpires officiating in this game, by the way, not saying anything. Heater goes to ground level. Pring, handball, Brian Graham. Brian Graham comes back inboard, looking for Curry. Did well through the traffic. Bell, Curry, they work it forward here. Going through there is Kite, had it, lost it. Conway goes in, handball to Holmes, under pressure. Now Cody Price gives it back to Martin. He can use it here, goes centrally, looks for Toma.
Toma's got it in a little bit of space at half forward, goes across the ground. The mark is taken. Good work. That was McPhee. Got it on quickly with a hand pass into the centre of the ground. Collins has it for Bendigo. Goes up towards full forward. Thornton on a lead. Goes to ground. The Ballarat defence get numbers over to the contest. It's 40 out from Bendigo's goal and the umpire will ball it up. And again, it just fizzled into nothing.
Yeah, poor entry.
That entry.
Well, you would have thought Collins, the ball in his hands, he would have hit the pass. Unfortunately, it just bounced in front there of Thornton.
Haven't seen much of Antonowitz for a while. He should nearly be your lead-up target, you would think, because that's the role he plays with success. Ball up again, 40 out from the Bendigo goal. Like to see him get the next one. They rove it, kick into the goal square. Bouncing ball over the top. Just touched on the line by the Ballarat defender. And a minor score. Bendigo to 3-3-21. Ballarat 6-3-39. 11 and a half gone. Second term, thanks to Aussie Disposals.
Here's Page inside defensive 50 for Ballarat. Probably about 40 metres out from his defensive goal. The former Kyneton captain gets it on the boot. Price did well. Fisted it over the top of Kite. And a ball in. Left half forward for Bendigo. And they just need to tidy up their inside forward 50 entries at the moment, the blue and gold.
Momentum's going their way. Like you said, Joel, they just need to find some reward on the scorecard here.
Thrown back in. Lang goes up, wins it down. Holmes through the centre. Lang did well. Handball to Geary. Drives it inside forward 50. It's going to bounce. It's going to bounce. It's going to bounce just the wrong side of the stick. It was a tumbling ball from 65 that just skirted left at the last moment. 3-4-22 Bendigo. Ballarat 6-3-39. 12 gone, second term. That is thanks to Choices Flooring. Bendigo bulk carpets on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
But again, not much system for Bendigo inside forward 50.
It was a bomb. It was a bomb inside 50.
Ballarat clear to half back. Here they come, running. Down the wing on the outer side. They've got some numbers. Kicked over there. Chance for Bendigo to turn it over. It'll be worked back in the direction of Moorhead on the ground. No, they go the other side. Work towards the wing. One, then the other. Back to half back. Finally taken by Wharton. His little kick's okay. And Bendigo move it to half back and give it to Big Lang. Lang wastes no time. Gets support. Gives it to Miles. He goes towards half forward. No one could take the mark. Ballarat at ground level. They've got some numbers. They win the contest. From in front of the grandstand, it's taken down there by Walker. He goes inboard. Gives it to Horbury. Horbury goes across the ground and finds a teammate. Ballarat to half forward. Kick just fell short. Crumb by Graham, goes inside forward 50. Nobody can take the mark. Chance down there for Pring from Ballarat. He's under the pump. Good defensive work, Bendigo, but Ballarat still come out with a contest. Kick towards goal was sloppy. Conway will come out and clean up. His kick to half-back was good. And the mark is taken right on defensive 50 by Geary.
Oh, Geary's kick was dangerous. Going to be fisted back inside defensive 50 for Bendigo. Picked up by Joel Wharton. Left foot kick to no one in the centre of the ground. Heater has to try and track it down. It evades him and Bolton picks it up quickly off by hand. They run through the centre. Horbury lasers the football to Pring. Lovely kick and a good stretching mark from Pring. He's got it 45 metres out, slide angle, plays on, runs to 40, fires at goal and kicks another. Good play from Ballarat. Opportunist stuff from Pring. He kicks his first. And really, really good stuff from the Navy Blues there. They're 7th of the game, 7-3-45. Bendigo 3-4-22, 14.5 gone in the second term. Thanks to Aussie Disposals on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
Just saw the difference between the two sides at the moment. Bendigo bombing the ball inside 50. They're under the pump and getting some wobbly balls in there where that was a beautiful pass there and finished there by the Ballarat player.
I would think Bendigo, Smithy, would have at least double the amount of inside 50
double.
entries to Ballarat.
Yep,
But
absolutely.
Ballarat have been in twice and kicked 2 goals.
Yep.
And they've won it back, Ballarat. From half forward, worked back in the direction of Graham. He goes inside forward, 50, good pass, good lead. Ballarat mark and shot on goal will be taken by
Maximau.
Max. Take him off for a spell.
Just call him Jarrah.
So Maximau will line up and will kick from about 50 metres on a fairly slight angle. And this is one Bendigo would not want.
Got pace too for a big man.
Yeah.
He can run.
In he comes, lines up on the left foot kick. Well, he won't. Oh, it's a Ballarat.
Mark.
It didn't make the distance. It was a Ballarat mark, uncontested, right on the line. They passed backward to another player unmarked. I think, is that Walker? Who's taken the mark.
Actually, it might be Kite, I reckon. Yep.
35 out, reasonably tight angle, but that were 2 unmarked players within 35 metres of goal. So in he comes for Ballarat, fires at goal, a let off, puts it across the front and through for a minor score. Ballarat 7-4-46, Bendigo 3-4-22, 16 gone, second term, and that is thanks to Aussie Disposals.
So Bendigo move the footy back into play. Price goes down the line. He finds Lang, who's got it in the scoreboard pocket. 3-4 plays 7-4. Ballarat well and truly in control of this ball game. Miller, that's a really dangerous kick. Nearly went through for a behind. Price now comes out to the grandstand side. Bendigo with numbers. Miles needs to use the football here. Centering kick, Geary under pressure, had it knocked away into the centre of the ground. Curry tracks it down. Huntley goes in. Well done, Callan Huntley. Really well done, Callan Huntley. Got her on the right boot to Thornton. Couldn't find the target. Getting after it, though, was Big Bear Thornton. Sent it back towards Joel Wharton. Up towards half forward. Good kick. And he's found a target there in Ben McPhee, who's got it 55 metres out. Geary's all alone inside forward 50 if he can find him. He can't. He chips it into the pocket now, looking for Toma. Kick was misplaced. It's out of bounds. It'll be thrown in the right forward pocket. Bendigo into attack to the Barnard Street end. Again, they got it there, but it all stopped in front of them.
I don't think it was a bad idea. I know he went to the pocket there, but he's still trying to find a lead-up player, so I don't think Fitz will be too disappointed with that. But Bendigo need to score here.
17.5 gone second term. Ballarat by 4 goals as they work it back through the stoppage. Carving his way through there, getting it out to Page. Page goes down the line, big fly, thumped forward for Bendigo. They'll come again here, inside forward 50, lovely kick, that's much better. Thornton's got it, 40 out, slight angle. He'll go back and kick for his first.
Lowered his eyes and just the lead there. Just a little bit more composure when they went in that time. I don't know why they can't do it. You know, most times they've had the leads there, but they haven't lowered their eyes and they've just banged it inside, hoping someone's going to take a mark.
Came from Jake Moorhead, playing his first interleague game. Good on you, son.
So Thornton missed his first shot at goal from 45 metres out to the Barnard Street end. Kick is on the way and it just sneaks home. Bear Thornton answers the call for Bendigo. 4-4-28. Ballarat 7-4-46. About to tick into time on thanks to Tindercar in this second term on Bendigo's Fresh FM, all thanks to Aussie Disposals.
Smithy, just when they come outside, Ballarat have got an extra inside their forward, our forward 50, but where our Lucy across half back isn't getting up there and becoming a dangerous player going back inside our forward 50.
Yeah, so let's try and find him just outside our forward 50 and try and make him a dangerous player and get some uncontested footy there.
Well, Ballarat get the take out straight away inside forward 50. Danger again. Can't let them get a quick answer. Taken away by Miller at half-backs. Done all right. Got it over in the direction of McPhee. He's under the pump. He's locked up. They come from everywhere to make a big pack, and the umpire will ball it up.
A couple of the other games, Jock. The Ovens and Murray defeated the Goulburn Valley by 7 points. We won't play Gippsland next year, no matter what happens. They got smashed by the Yarra Rangers today, and a 2-point win to the Essendon District over the Eastern, 118 to 116.
God, where's the Yarra Valley? No idea. Ball up. Chance for Ballarat as they go back inside, forward 50. Bouncing ball, got over the back. Danger here for Bendigo. It's in the goal square, thump through for a minor score. Good defence.
Good contest there by both players, Bendigo, Ballarat there.
Under the pump. They work it out quickly. Joel Wharton takes it, goes across the ground and finds Conway. Conway quickly from defensive 50, goes to half-back. Mark was juggled, fumbled, and out of bounds. Said the umpire, gee, Kellen Geary. Wouldn't see him miss one of those once in 100.
Bendigo got the changes up and going here, guys, so they're really making the changes through the midfield.
Throw in across half forward for Bendigo. Martin, he's been winning the ruck. Got it down, tapped towards the wing. Grandstand side. Great work, Adam Baird. Hassled his opponent off the footy, then won it. Kicked it inside forward 50. Johnson got it. Got it out towards Collins. He's centering kickers good.
All
and
class.
Bendigo have a mark. Inside forward 50. Play on across the ground. And it's okay.
Holmes.
40 metres out, directly in front, Blair Holmes. Saw him kick a couple of these last week in a tight game against Kyneton.
Yep. That was so classy from Collins.
Absolutely. So, used the ball 6 or 7 times there. Every time the ball is in his hands, he's using it. He get it to a player with a blue and gold jumper on. So he needs to keep doing that for the.
So
Bendigo.
Holmes for Bendigo from 48 metres, directly in front, has missed and put it through for a minor score. So the margin now back to 3 straight goals. It's 4-5 Bendigo, 7-5 Ballarat. 21 minutes gone, second term. And don't forget, a reminder that the Makita Truck Demo Day is on at Humaniser this Monday. You got a truck, Smithy?
No.
Haven't you?
What's
Should get one. Go and get one on Monday.
Might be able to take the truck home. Here's Luke. He handballs to Hobbs into the centre of the ground. Ballarat traverse the footy here and do it well. Wharton nearly got there. It's eventually worked out to Chris Graham inside the forward 50. Young, copped it right in the scone. First Falcon of the day. Lanyon, handball to Coe, under pressure, miscommunication, gets to Pring around the corner. Well done, Conway. A diving smother over the boundary line, sees it out of bounds and it'll be thrown back into play.
He had to smother then. There was 2 Ballarat players uncontested there, and Kite was one of them, so if the ball went to him, it would have been a goal.
2 minutes into time on, thanks to Tindakar. Ballarat 7-5, Bendigo 4-5.
Chance for Bendigo, had over the top by Baird, got it to a teammate. That was Wharton, who kicked towards half forward for Bendigo, but Ballarat too strong. Across half back. They play on with a hand pass now to Sherlock. He goes backward, gives ground, gets it back, still at half back. Sherlock for Ballarat now goes long to half forward. Thump, big thump away by the Bendigo defence into the centre of the ground. Wharton takes the crumb. Good left footer inside forward, 50 all Ballarat.
50.
Mark taken.
50 against Collins, came over the top late.
Yeah, but it was in the action, though. He was moving towards the ball, so what else could he do? He did pull it at the last minute.
Not stick his arm in.
He should have, if he was going to get 50, I would have just kept going and made it harder.
I would hate to think how many marks Ballarat have taken inside defence.
Luke's probably taken 6 or 7.
Now they play on. It's hand passed wide to Horbury. Horbury goes towards half forward for Ballarat, and a good mark taken over there by GM Polo. Just outside forward 50 for Ballarat, closing on half-time. Long kick to the hop spot, up they go, Sortino. Couldn't take the mark, Drummers needed. 30 out front of Ballarat, goal goes to ground. Well locked up, good work Moorhead. And the umpire comes in to ball it up.
It's been a better 5 minutes from Bendigo here. They've won some contested footy, got the ball inside 50 and looking dangerous.
Martin decisively down, Curry Shark the tap. Round the corner, Maximow, steady, spins, goes back, finds some space, handball back to Horbury. They work it all the way back to Gianpaolo now. He gets it off to Sherlock, grubby kick inside forward 50. We turned over, Lanyon, handball, Moorhead, Holmes, drives it outside the defensive 50, up the wing looking for Johnstone. who's really his only effective touch in this term came when he was over the boundary line. It'll be thrown back into play on the outer side of the ground.
But that's the role he should be playing. A big
Come
long
up.
lead up forward.
Yep,
Come
up
right
for-
up to the wing.
Yeah,
up
take
the
a
ground.
few grabs. That's what he needs to do and create this stuff going back inside forward 50.
24 gone, second term. Ballarat 7-5, Bendigo 4-5 on the time on clock thanks to Tindakar. Antonovic on the ball now. He tackled there. Sortino went past the footy on the outer side, just forward of centre for Ballarat. They work it back into a scrimmage now, both sides. Horbury's in there lurking, trying to get it out. Can't. And we'll have a ball up on the outer side of the ground.
What's been positive for Bendigo too is the ball's gone inside Ballarat's 50 a couple of times and they've been able to repel it back. So more confidence there for the Bendigo back line.
So Coughlin gets the take out. Well rode for Bendigo. Goes to half forward. Mark taken. They play on. Just outside forward. 50 lead. Oh, Thornton just
Free
couldn't
kick.
take it. Was he hands?
Yeah, hands.
Free kick.
Advantage.
Free kick and advantage. Goal Bendigo.
Collins.
He's been their best player right through the day, and just again, he took the advantage because he knew he had his man beaten, and the umpire saw that he didn't stop, kept going, and he just snapped it around. Just class.
Good work, Thornton, though. Got in position, made a contest, made the Ballarat defence accountable. They had to do something.
And was it Huntley that took the mark across half
Yeah,
forward?
Callan
Yeah,
Huntley.
Joel? Yeah, he's had a good first half too. So, and he went to spot up Thornton, who just missed it, but Collins fit the icing on the cake there. And Bendigo keep making these changes through the midfield. They'll definitely be running strong in the last quarter.
Long way to go. 7-5 Ballarat, 5-5 Bendigo, 25 gone. Second quarter.
Here's Graham, high ball. They win it from the stoppage. Sitting under this footy is Walker. Got up high. In fact, it was Bolton. Couldn't take the mark. Back through the traffic. Ben now. Bendigo with an opportunity. Here's Toma. Low ball towards centre half forward. Cut off and Ballarat will come streaming back the other way. Comes to Comma. Comma over the top to Horbury. Horbury on by hand. Giampaolo, a rare fumble for him. Back inside the defensive 50. Working hard. Donnan thrown off it. Gone, said the umpire. Comes to Horbury. Left foot kick. 35 out and finds the answer.
Good goal.
Nathan Horbury, lethal on the left boot. Kicks Ballarat's 8th. 8-5-53. Bendigo 5-5-35. 26 gone on the time on clock. Thanks to Tindakar, we take you inside local sport on Bendigo's Fresh FM. Thanks to Choices Flooring, Bendigo Bolt Carpets, Daniel Smith.
Bendigo's contested handball's been terrific and has been creative. They've been able to win the contested footy, find a player and then some run and carry, and they were trying to do it then, but some really good pressure there across half forward for Ballarat. Were able to get the free kick and then a good finish, which they have been doing all of half. So a good goal there for Ballarat to finish maybe the first half drop.
Take out from Bendigo. Was the one more chance before half-time? Oh, player took it down there. Was that
Free kick.
Huntley.
No. Holding the
Yeah,
ball.
Callan Huntley is,
Yeah.
he just tried to fend him off and got caught.
free kick Ballarat? And they break off half-back. Kick towards the centre of the ground. No one can take the mark. Ball in dispute. Chance for Bendigo. Swept wide. Kick around the body. Came down there from Geary. He got it inside forward 50. Cut off by the Ballarat defence. They go back to half-back. Geary goes in and gets it again though. Good play son. Goes inside forward 50. Over the top. Contested mark. No one could take it. At ground level, they've been great in defence, Ballarat, and they take another one. And they calmly go back towards Bolton, who marks in the back pocket.
Oh, Bolton's kick really
Oh,
dangerous.
nice.
Goes short, finds Hoy just in front of Coughlin. So Hoy wanted Horbury short, elected not to go there to his Redan teammate. Instead chips short to Brian Graham. 28 gone, second term. Ballarat by 3 straight kicks. Graham comes back to Horbury, who just wants to slow it down in the South Bendigo pocket. Came off his line, called to play on, chips short, back to Graham. Nice kick. Graham, that was Brian to Chris. His kick straight into Callan Geary, who kept it in, but Chris Graham did well. Handball back. Price coming off the bench, just got hands to it. Siren sounds and signifies half-time here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. And an enterprising first half. If you are a Ballarat supporter, you'd be pretty happy with your side here at the main break. At half-time, it's Ballarat 8-5-53, Bendigo 5-5-35. On Bendigo.
Had the lights on right from the word go, and they haven't turned them off right. They were on for the start of the game, so and a big interest there, boys. Johnson off on the bench.
He has started on the bench, Big Dill Johnstone. So interesting to see what Bendigo's forward line structure starts like, and Big Bear Thornton looks like he's gone into the goal square, and Tonovic up there, Huntley up there as well.
I like it.
And
Yeah, that's good. It's
Plenty of
attacking.
space.
I like it.
Yep.
Wharton coming in off a wing, Baird off the other wing. They're starting with Donnan, Martin, Collins and Lanyon around the footy.
Yeah, Collins
Here,
back on the
Bendigo.
ball, which is good.
3-goal margin the way of Ballarat in this 2017 Community Championships clash. Let's get the second half underway at the QEO. Here's Jock Clark on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
Heta in ruck for Ballarat, but Martin wins it down for Bendigo. Through there's Collins, he can't take it. All important takeout. First go, chance for Bendigo. Collins, great hands, got it to Lanyon. Lanyon up towards half forward for Bendigo, sliding attempted mark. Just couldn't be taken. Right on forward 50. Already the Ballarat defence under the pump, and the umpire is going to ball it up.
Terrific handball by Collins, wasn't it, Jock, to find that play there on the wing. Contested handball, then to find the running player. Tremendous.
So
good
quick.
So good in traffic. Ball up, Heta over the top. Don't remember even calling him in the first half of the game, the big Ballarat ruckman. And he's a monster too. Umpire's picked out a free kick, and it's going to Ballarat at half-back. Is it? Yes, it is. Player to take it down there will be Liam Hoy. No, gave it over to his... Sherlock. So Sherlock Holmes from half-back goes to half-forward. Oh, over the top. A chance for Bendigo, they missed it, squirted out to Graham, shot at goal, and it's full points early for Ballarat. Now I think that was Brian.
Now it's Chris.
It was Chris,
Yep.
one of the Grahams. Okay.
Miss mark, miss opportunity, ball goes behind both players for the blue and gold. It got ready to sort of take the mark, thought they were going to take the mark and they're off, and you know, just simple mistakes like that, you let the ball get over the back and you're in big trouble, Daniel.
Yeah, it was disappointing there. The ball went through the players' hands for Bendigo, and Ballarat players were there and waiting, and Graham finished off nicely.
Ballarat 9-5, Bendigo 5-5, minute and a half gone, third term.
So Collins out of the middle. Elects to backtrack, flicks it over the top to Lanyon, out wide to a running Adam Baird, left foot kick inside forward 50, over the back, nearly a chance for McPhee there, who came in from the side, handball back in the direction of Coughlin, slides in, shovels it out. It's all Ballarat behind the stoppage though, short. Did well, bangs a long ball up the line, and Young gets out on a long lead and marks, turns, plays on through the centre of the Queen Elizabeth Oval, inside forward 50,
Wow.
Maximow, that is beautiful ball movement. And Jarrah Maximow comes out on a mark 50 metres out.
Tremendous stuff by Young to take the contested mark just on the defensive wing there. Put the afterburners on and then hit Maximow 50 metre pass. What a pass there.
So to finish this off, that bit of play would be a big, big thing for Ballarat if Maximow can do it. From 50 metres out, his left foot kick starts right, does not come back. It'll go right to the line and sail through for one behind. 9-6-60 Ballarat, 5-5-35 Bendigo, 2.5 gone, third term. Thanks to Aussie Disposals on Bendigo's Fresh FM. We take you inside interleague football. Joel Peterson, Jock Clark, Daniel Smith and Brian Mansbridge with you on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
So the start of the third term, bit shaky for Bendigo, been pretty solid for Ballarat. Long kick out, pretty good. Bendigo with numbers, outside defensive 50. They take the footy, work to the centre of the ground. Oh, Bendigo player waited for the ball, and the Ballarat opponent came over the top, thumped it towards half forward, was taken by Graham. He was grabbed high, and he's got a free kick. This one is Brian Graham. So he's got it, 55 from goal. Looks for something inside forward 50, gets a lead.
To his brother.
Too easy.
Yep.
And the mark is taken.
Waxing.
45 metres out on a bit of an angle, and Chris Graham will line up for Ballarat.
They both started well already, haven't they? The Grahams. Chris going for his second, and Brian, tremendous little pass there to his brother.
So Chris Graham for Ballarat from 48 metres goes for home, and another let off for Bendigo. Ballarat go to 9-7-61, Bendigo 5-5-35. 4 minutes gone, third term, thanks to Aussie Disposals.
So Price brings the footy back in, finds Donnan on the half volley inside defensive 50. He kicks it out wide, good kick, finds Huntley on the outer side wing, in fact Toma, so he's got it. Plays on by hand. And move it long here, Bendigo, up towards half forward. Big fly, Huntley can't take it. McPhee trapped it at ground level, handball back inboard. Baird did well to Coughlin. 45 metres out, the skipper for the blue and gold. Beautiful centering kick. Lanyon's got it. 45 out directly in front, kicking to the city end. Be right on Jono Lanyon's distance, I reckon.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to have a shot. Chips inside forward 50. Good kick. And Ben McPhee's marked 35 out in the scoreboard. Pocket on just easier than a 45-degree angle.
Even though Ballarat played or used the ball brilliantly there for a couple of times, Bendigo didn't stop their attacking play, Jock. They, obviously that's their game plan. We've got to keep running and going.
So here's Ben McPhee from Eagle Hawk. Lines them up and misses across the face, in the words of Ron Rogers, and through for one behind. 5-6-36 Bendigo, 9-7-61 Ballarat. 5 gone third term thanks to Choices Flooring. Bendigo Bolt Carpets on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
Tell you what, neither of the sides at the moment are going to kick 15 goals one, are they? Kick out towards half-back, out of side, off hands,
even
over and out of
14
bounds.
goals, 3.
I know.
How do you kick 15 goals?
No,
anyway.
in fact, it's a free kick to Ballarat.
Yeah, pushing the back by Big Timmy Martin, the umpire paid.
Was it there, Bear?
It was there.
Oh, righto, Bear, you're so fair.
Switch.
You're the fair Bear. Kick towards half-back, up they go. No one could take the mark. Chance for Bendigo. Good numbers at ground level. Collins takes it, clever. Back on the left foot, kicks inside forward 50. Thornton takes it at the back. Kick at goal. Was it touched off the boot? Doesn't matter, it went through for minor. So another little score. Takes Bendigo to 5-7. 4-goal margin. Ballarat a 9-7. That is thanks to Aussie disposals.
Oh, that was a dangerous kick in, and it's out of bounds. It was Brian Graham who went short, tried to find a teammate in the back pocket in Tongue. He couldn't handle it. Took it over in the second grab, and it'll be thrown back into play. So an opportunity to score here, Daniel.
Absolutely. Let's get a goal out of here, Bendigo.
Thrown back into play. Left forward pocket in the scoreboard side. Heater bustled Thornton out of the way in the ruck. Well done by Page. Oh, good tackle. Sherlock gone.
Caught.
Good pressure there by the small forwards. Once the ball hit the deck, Sherlock looks like he was trying to give and dish, but yeah, great pressure there.
Lanyon rewarded with the free kick. He'll go back scoreboard pocket. Left of centre. Pretty tight angle, though, for Jono Lanyon.
Need to kick it.
Hasn't kicked a goal in Kangaroo Flat colours in the Bendigo Football League. To kick one for the Bendigo Football League. Comes in and does just that. Lanyon's first is Bendigo's first of this second half. Margins back to 3 kicks. 9-7-61 Ballarat. 5-8-6-7. 6-43 Bendigo is going to get there eventually. 7 gone, third term. Thanks to Humanizer hosting the Makita Truck Demo Day on Monday.
I've got heaps of trucks. I'm going.
Bendigo's Fresh
I'm going.
FM, Daniel Smith.
Well done, Lanyon. You had to finish them because Bendigo kicked the last 2 scoring shots of points, so he really didn't want that to set in, so he did well to kick the goal there.
Back in the centre, Martin gets another tap down, then Collins takes it. Beautiful work. He's kicked the high half forward, though. He's high out in front. Well marked down there by Benny McPhee. So McPhee's got it at half forward for Bendigo.
Collins
Goes short back to Collins, who drifted down, and he's got it. Still outside forward 50, though. Collins spearing left foot pass inside forward 50. Chopped off by the Ballarat defence. Another mark inside defensive 50. They go across towards Graham, who's grabbed high, and he'll take the free kick. So Graham's got it in the back pocket for Ballarat. Goes short to a teammate. Is that his brother again?
Yep.
Gee, they do wax, don't they?
Yep.
It's like kicking the ball in the
Here we go
backyard.
again.
And he goes back to him. They both look the same. They're both blonde hair with ponytails, and they're very similar build. You wouldn't pick them. I wouldn't. So Graham, again, one of them has got it in the back pocket.
Difference is Brian's got tattoos on his leg and Chris doesn't.
I'm struggling to see him, let alone his arms, Joel. And Ballarat
his
moved
leg.
it to half-back. Well, all right, no wonder I'm not looking at his legs. Long kick. Bouncing ball inside forward 50. Oh, Maximilian meets it. Couldn't pick it up. Eventually he does. Gets out a hand pass. Little pass is good for Ballarat. And after all that time inside forward 50 for Bendigo, Ballarat goes straight down the other end. The ball is with Braden Kite, and he's going to fire at goal from about 50 metres.
Maximo is quick, isn't he?
Oh.
Geez, he is quick for a big fella at full forward. He was 5 metres in front of his opponent there and picked it up on the half volley. That was impressive.
He just kept it in front of him. So Kite's kick looks pretty good off the boot.
Beautiful.
Goal umpire doesn't move. And Ballarat, they just seem to be able to keep this 3-4 goal margin. And it is back now to 4 goals. 10-7. Ballarat plays Bendigo 6 goals 7. We've played just on 9 minutes in this third term. And that is thanks to Humanizer, who this Monday You might not believe this, but this is true. Daniel, pay attention when I'm talking. The Makita Truck Demo Day is on this Monday.
I will not forget that, Jock. No way.
I want you to wake up in your sleep tonight saying that.
I will say that.
There might be a few. Ball back in the middle. Ballarat go forward again. Big kick from Tongue, inside forward 50, back with the flight, trying to trap the football there was Young, couldn't do so. Conway came away with it, kick out wide, looking for Miller, couldn't find him. In there quickly to scoop that football up was Conway, did well, round the corner. Bendigo can run this footy off half back. Except they kicked it to the ruckman in Martin. Back to Coughlin, the skipper up towards centre half forward. Well done and really well read by Toma. Toma's got space to look for Antonovich. Worked him off the footy. Comes to Holmes. 35 out. Holmes, handball back. Will go back to Toma on the left. High ball, forward pocket. Collins will fly. Thornton will fly. Neither can take it. It's high. It's in there in a pack now. They try and get it out. That was all too indecisive from Bendigo. Someone had to just take authority and have a shot.
Oh, just needed to run towards goal. Don't go backwards.
20 metres out. He'll have a ball up. Thornton flies early. Can't win it down. Doing well out of the pack, though. Quick shot on goal came from Toma. It was across the face. It's only one behind. 23 points the margin. 67 plays 44. Ballarat ahead. 10 gone. Third term. Thanks to Aussie Disposals on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
Holmes on his left side there, that's why he handballed inside.
So kick out short again to Page is okay for Ballarat. Page only 20 metres out from the goal, he's defending. He's the skipper of Ballarat, goes wide across the ground and finds a teammate who marks right on defensive 50. And then they go back inside defensive 50 to Tongue, who marks, and his kick towards halfback is good towards Adam Short. Short from halfback. Now goes long. Short kicked a long kick down the wing to the grandstand side. Taken by Ballarat. They've got numbers. They're running and setting it up. Bell's got it. Goes inside forward 50. Great intercept mark taken down there by Geary.
Had
good work.
He's been good since quarter time.
So Bendigo go across the goal they're defending. The mark was dropped. They should still have the numbers to get out of trouble. Wobbled towards halfback. They've still got it. Long hand pass over the top. And again, they're out. Finally, they worked hard. Bendigo through the wing, out of side. Long kick, inside forward 50. Mark Thornton. Big bear. Good boy.
Needs to go back and take the responsibility, Jock. Kick the goal.
Yeah, well, that's what you and I would have said 12 months ago,
What
Ben.
is going on in the pocket there?
There's a bit going on.
Oh, it's a wrestle. I didn't see it.
On the ground, 5 metres behind where the mark is, and they've been having a wrestle for nearly 30 seconds down there. Players coming over now.
Collins and Hoy.
There's not much interest in it, except for the two of them. So Bear Thornton to line up for Bendigo from 48 metres on a fairly tight angle. Goes for home. And
it's home. It's home.
Wait on it. It's a goal. Big Bear has kicked his second. And Bendigo get the margin back to 3 goals.
Well done to Cal Geary there to fly back with the flight of the ball there and take the mark, and then Bendigo are out on the other side, and again their link-up handball's been impressive, Joel, just to get the ball and then to give to the runners. They know that their pace and their running carry has to overrun Ballarat if they want to win tonight, and they did that well there.
That work between the back pocket and half back was tough and hard, and at any stage you felt they might have turned it over, but they persevered and it worked for them.
High risk, high reward.
It all looked rushed, but it was effective. Gee, that's a shocking handball from Geary. Cutting it off there was Hutchinson. Geary goes back in, was held without the footy. No, free kick coming to Ballarat, going to be for a throw. So Heater goes by hand to Hutchinson inside the forward 50. Young's got it just outside, in fact, 55 metres out from goal. Will Young's got the football. Right of centre, be too far from here, you'd think. He's going to load up on the right boot, sends it a long way. It'll fall short. Will it go out of play? It won't. It's kept in. Conway kept it alive. It was thumped through for one behind. The margin exactly 3 kicks. 10-8 plays 7-8. 68 to 50. Ballarat ahead at the 14-minute mark of the third term, thanks to Aussie Disposals on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
Bendigo need to get the next goal and just crack this 3-goal barrier that it's been for most of the game. Kick out to half-back. There's a whistle on play. Ballarat free kick.
Yeah, it's against Collins. Hoy's really getting under the skin of Andy Collins, isn't he, Brian, at ground level?
He certainly is, and he's just niggling at him, got in front of him at stage. Andrew got caught behind, then tried to hold on to him and punch the ball as well.
So Hoy kicks Ballarat inside forward 50.
Good mark.
intercept mark for Bendigo, and they'll get out of trouble.
Pretty deliberate ploy. They've put Hoy on Collins here in this second half, and they've obviously said to him, really harass him.
Absolutely, get under his skin, and if he's concentrating on you, he's not concentrating on the footy, so it plays into Ballarat's hands, and obviously they need that. Collins is still best player for Bendigo at the moment.
Kick out, went over the head of Lanyon and went over the line and out of bounds. Throw in, half forward for Ballarat, just outside their forward 50. Plenty of numbers around the contest, taken by Sherlock for Ballarat. Goes inside forward 50. Bouncing ball, Ballarat an opportunity. They work it back. There's a left foot across the body, kick at goal, vacant goal square. Who's got it? It's still within 20 metres for Ballarat. They've got some numbers. Bendigo defence under the pump. Ballarat player took it, was given plenty of time to get rid of it. Got it to a teammate who runs back, gives space, goes back with the kick, and I think that might be Curry, is it, who's taken the mark? Yes, that was going to be my next guess, because he's about 18 inches taller. So he's taken the mark just outside forward 50. Big header.
Ooh.
Goes across.
Over
The
the top.
pass was good to Hutchinson, who runs in and fires at goal and kicks out of bounds on the fall. So a let off for Bendigo. Let's have a look. 15 and a half gone, third term. Ballarat a 10-8, Bendigo a 7-8. Thanks to Aussie disposals.
Ball brought back into play, thumped over the boundary line, left half forward, throw in Ballarat into attack, Brian.
Yeah, look, just think, and now and again, we just waste it coming outside our defensive 50. 3 or 4 times we've come out and haven't hit a target. We don't get any run or any carry, and it just, the bottle's up.
Clearing kick from Geary. Luke will track this down on centre wing on the grandstand side. Paddles it around the corner toward Bolton. Well done from Huntley. Good harassing work. Probably gave away a free kick in there for holding his man without the footy. Umpire didn't spot it. Huntley goes back in, spins out of traffic, try to get rid of it. Good tackle, Hoy. Ball locked up in the centre of the ground. We'll have a ball up. Callan Geary comes steaming off the bench, or onto the bench. Price goes into the back line to replace him. 16 and a half gone in this third term. Ballarat 68, Bendigo 50. Well done from Curry to Luke, by hand to Horbury, by hand to Chris Graham on the outer side, sends it up towards half forward. Really well done from Conway. Good attack on the football, knocked it down to ground level at half forward on the outer side of the ground, and then went back in and just ripped it out of the contest, did young Harry. That was really good work. Coe in defence, needs to be steady. Conforti now towards his Eagle Hawk teammate in Miles. Had a fumble, last line of defence. Handball was dangerous. That's cut off. Nearly a kick on goal there for Ballarat from Young. It was seen across the boundary line. It was a calamitous passage of play for Bendigo.
Hard in mouth.
And it'll be a throw in left forward pocket. Ballarat deep into attack at the Barnard Street end.
I think they were all the right options to try and find the switch. It just didn't come off.
Somebody gave him to get out of jail free card then, Bendigo. Good tap Martin to a teammate who kicks out a defensive 50. Oh, got to be a free kick to Bendigo. Pulled off the football without it, and it was. So free kick to Bendigo, right on defensive 50.
Donnan over there.
Plays on with a hand pass. So Bendigo will come down the wing on the outer side. A high kick. Plenty up to contest it. Down at ground level, O'Graham read it beautifully. And then just side through the traffic. Just got his kick away, but that's all right. Got it to a teammate. No, he couldn't take it. Bendigo with numbers in defence. They go back deep inside defensive 50 to Conway, who takes the mark. Harry will play on. He'll go across the ground, target McPhee.
Good grab.
Good mark under the pump, McPhee, and he's got it just outside defensive 50 for Bendigo.
They scream for it on the grandstand side. McPhee's kick inboard was dropped by Moorhead. Got it back to him. Handball inboard. Well done. Toma Collins runs the centre wing. Kicks up towards half forward. Lovely ball. Caden Antonovich on the slide. Fifth grab. Couldn't take it. Went to ground. Coughlin got in the back of Graham.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And we'll have a free kick.
Not impressed with that decision.
So Graham's got the footy. It was there, I reckon.
They were lucky there, Ballarat. They, if Antonovich took the mark, then I think he had enough receivers, and Thornton was on one-on-one deep in the forward line. So
Graham's got it defensive side of centre, sends it out wide for Heater, out of bounds. It'll be thrown in on centre wing.
having a red-hot dip now, Bendigo, aren't they? Like you said, Jock, if they can crack this 3-goal margin, get within 1.5 goals.
Come home with the breeze.
Breeze.
Just a little bit of, put some pressure on the Ballarat boys.
That 2 goals is the damn wall, isn't it? And they just haven't been able to bust it down. Martin thumps it forward in the ruck contest. Horbury out the back, needs to be clever, paddles it toward the boundary, gets back on the left. Poor kick, marked by Price, centre wing. He can reload for the blue and gold.
Goes into the centre of the ground. Will it bounce for Holmes? There's 2-on-1. Ballarat player
Great
outnumbered.
tackle.
Walker goes to ground. Got it out though well to Kite. Kite uses a teammate. Oh, didn't come off. Went back to Kite. Kite's under the pump. Might have lost it. Working hard. Walker again for Ballarat. Gets support from Graham. I'm sick of calling his name.
Yeah, he's been terrific.
Great kick. Goes wide. Hutchinson's got it. And space. Kicks Ballarat inside forward 50. Can't find a teammate though. Drummed well by Horbury. He got it wide. Now it's in dispute. Right on forward 50 for Ballarat. Conway takes it.
Oh, and
Turns. Shocking kick straight to Heater, who marks on his own on the wing. Grandstand side.
Didn't look, Harry. Heater goes short for Brian Graham. And two of them have had it about 94 times this evening. He goes short, finds Hutchinson, the 2014 Henderson medalist, inside forward 50. Poor kick, cut off Price. Did well. In fact, Moorhead it was who goes across the ground and finds Coughlin, and Bendigo generates some run on the outer side. Here is Cody Price, runs to half forward, inside forward 50. Thornton at his feet, scoreboard pocket, tracks it back toward the boundary. Hobbs right there with him. Thornton pinched it, snap it around the corner. It was touched off the boot, said the umpire.
Gee, it went through the goals too.
It went through the goals. The goal umpire said it was touched off the boot. They confer. It's going to be paid a goal, I reckon.
Hang on.
It's going to be paid a
a
goal.
goal.
It's a goal.
Well done, Matty Thornton.
Brilliant
Well
work,
done.
Thornton. Tracked the footy back, snapped it clear. Fortuitous as it goes through, perhaps, but it is ruled a goal, and it's back to that 2-goal margin. Ticked into time on in this third term. Thanks to Tindercar. Ballarat 10-8, Bendigo 8-8, 56. Thanks to Aussie Disposals.
Momentum's going Bendigo's way now. Well done to the Bendigo backline the last couple of times. Repel taking some great marks there, Brian, and some running carry there through the midfield, and then Thornton beat 4 opponents, and that was terrific.
Cody Price's last 5 minutes across half-back, he's been the difference in the game down there. He's used the ball coming out. They've been really good.
And Harry Conway, Bear.
Yeah, very well.
Ball up in the centre. A pack develops, and the umpire will come in and ball it up again, still in the middle of the ground.
They weigh about 50 kilos between them, those two as well. So for all the talk of strong bodies, Bendigo getting it done with their lighter numbers.
It's the old story, mate. If you can play, you can play. Ball up centre of the ground, and we'll do it for the third time. 8-8 Bendigo, 10-8 Ballarat, 21 and a half gone, third term. Up they go, Heater. Got a hand to it. Lanyon took it. Couldn't get through the traffic. Grabbed to the ground, and the umpire ball it up again. Hasn't moved. Four ball ups.
Smithy, the numbers that they've rotated Bendigo, you think they're going to go in with fairly fresh legs in the last quarter, aren't you?
Yeah, I brought that up in the second quarter, Brian, so obviously they're
Brian wasn't listening, Smithy.
Probably not.
their high work rate through the midfield and their running carry, so like you said, Brian, they should be running strong, and looks like their legs are even taking toll now.
Yeah, they are.
Superb tackle from Adam Baird. He ran down Braden Kite, and Baird's got the football on the outer side of the ground. Here's Johnstone. Kite gets back into space. Johnstone knocked it to ground level, but adjudged that Kite had enough of it in front of him.
Flicked the arm, he said, chopped.
So Kite goes out wide and finds Hutchinson, who plays on back inboard to from where it came. Kite drives a long ball on the right boot toward half forward. Conway comes across, affected the spoil, got it to ground level. Graham hacked it inside the forward 50 off the deck. It was to no advantage. It went over the line, and it'd be thrown back into play in the Sam Mildren pocket, 35 metres out from Ballarat's goal. 10-8 plays 8-8, 22 and a half gone on the time on clock. Thanks to Tindercar in this 2017 Senior Interleague clash on Bendigo's Fresh FM. Martin won it down. Bendigo come out of the contest. Lanyon, good kick, centre wing. They've got all the numbers here. Adam Baird holds it up, but he'll drive it forward for the blue and gold.
So Baird's got it on the wing, outer side. Sorry,
He did well, Bear, because he didn't have anything forward. He was well done by holding it up, otherwise he just would have turned it over.
Player down on the outer side too. Keep your eye on them, Brian.
It's gone long to a contest where it's thumped away. Umpires picked out a free kick to Ballarat again. Gee, righto, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see that, Jock.
No
Neither
idea.
did I. Was watching the player down in the forward half.
Might be Walker for Ballarat.
So Ballarat have got the free kick just outside defensive 50. They go inboard, that's okay, and a mark is taken by Kite. He's been pretty good today. In fact, it's GM Polo, but Kite's been pretty good for them today.
Has been, Jock.
I sort of throw that in to try and cover myself. Goes directly across the ground. Ballarat with the footy at half back. They go down the line. Up they go. Good mark.
Baird, is it?
Just between wing and half back on the outer side. Was it Baird?
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Played on with a hand pass. Here come Bendigo towards half forward. Got a mark by the big fella down there in Martin, who turns, plays on, bombs it along, up towards the goal square. Over the back it came, goal Bendigo.
Great stuff there, Geary. He went up early, but being a small fella, he was the first one on the ground, and once the ball landed in his hands, he knew he had 5 metres in front of him, 5 metres behind him, and it was going to be nothing but a goal.
Yeah, and the big bear just, Thornton going up too, just to create the contest and let the ball get down to ground level. And then once Geary regained his feet, it was always going to be a goal.
It's interesting, Bear, that those little things that Ballarat weren't allowing to happen in the first half, just slowly creeping into the game.
And that's the thing that's happened. Down the back there, Conway over the far side, the guy coming off the ground now. That was a crunching effort where he just ran straight at the pack. Cody Price off half-back. It's brilliant.
He goes inside forward, 50, Price to Thornton. Thornton marks 35 out this to tie the ball game.
That was a beautiful pass.
Price has had an enormous third quarter.
Yep.
And Thornton stood up inside forward 50. No defenders stopping that.
That was a 45-metre drop punt drill, and Thornton, 5 metres before he took it, he knew that it was going to land in his hands.
He's got great hands, hasn't he, Thornton? Though I mean, that's
it's clunking.
So
it's clunking.
Bullet, an absolute bullet.
Here is Bear Thornton. They haven't been this close since the start of the game. Bendigo, he comes in, he shanks it across the face. It's only one behind. 9-9-63. 2 goals, 3 for Bear tonight. 10-8-68 Ballarat. It's back to 5 points. It hasn't been this close since the opening term. This is at the 25-minute mark of this third quarter on the time on clock, thanks to Tindercar.
Jack Walker's the player with the shoulder injury that's come off for Ballarat, and looks like he's in a fair bit of trouble.
So Graham takes it.
That's 50.
Kicks just outside defensive, 50 to the other Graham. And Johnson's given away a 50.
Don't want what they don't want now, Smithy, is them to go down and kick another goal, and just to break the. Well, if you want to go in with this momentum, this was where you want to go in at this time of the game.
Yeah, and looking dangerous
So
going forward. Ballarat.
Graham's got it, goes towards half forward. Up they go. No one could take the mark. Crum beautifully for Ballarat down there, and a shot on goal.
That's what we didn't need.
The one thing we didn't want. Now that was
Maximau.
Magnificent Maxi, who's just burst away from them on the left foot, and Ballarat take it back out to an 11-point ball game. It's only his second. He's had a heap of it.
Yeah, that's what he does, though. He's just that explosive, short distance, quick turn, bang, and he's gone.
So Ballarat to 11-8-74. Bendigo a 9-9-63. 27 gone, third term, thanks to Aussie disposals. Couple of minutes probably to go in this quarter.
Yep. Yeah, a couple of minutes, Jock.
Yeah.
And my script says Bendigo get one more.
4 goals to 3 in this term, the way of Bendigo. Lanyon in the middle of the ground. Gee, that's a good tackle from Graham.
Too high.
Slipped high, though, so it'll be a free kick to Bendigo. Here's Cody Price. Brian's man runs through the centre of the ground, kicks it towards half forward. Geary!
Oh, great mark.
Helen Geary, that's a terrific mark.
Rising to the occasion.
52 metres out, centering ball to space. Coughlin tracks it down. 48 metres out is Leroy Coughlin. Round the corner, Antonovich up high. Can't take it. Ground level footy. Collects it at his feet. Shovels it out. Brilliant work. Thornton scoreboard pocket. He shovels it towards goal as well. They fire in. Numbers around the footy with Ballarat. Seen across the boundary line. It'll be thrown back in. Left forward pocket. 28 gone on the time on clock thanks to Tindercar. Ballarat 74. Bendigo 63. Deep into attack for the blue and gold.
Tell you what, he went to ground, Antonovich, then, and he nearly almost got up and got away with it. From the congestion in defence, Ballarat get a long kick back to the centre of the ground, but it's all Bendigo. Conway takes it, goes to the front of the 50-metre arc, and it's marked by Holmes. Goes inboard and finds Lee Coughlin. The skipper's got it.
Remember what he did from this spot last week?
I know, he kicked it, he drilled it.
Drilled it and tied the ball game with it. 30 seconds left.
So he'll know where to kick it.
Could nearly be the Lee Coughlin pocket. Well, I'll tell you one thing, he won't play on.
Thank you.
So Lee Coughlin, a shot at goal from 35 metres, tough angle, 10 in from the boundary. What
skipper.
can the skipper do? He's under the pump.
You beauty.
Goes for goal and absolutely
Great
drills it.
stuff.
And the Bendigo players all run to him. I'll tell you what, we are in for an absolute cracker in the final term.
All the players are getting to him, Jock. That's terrific. That's a real big team builder.
Momentum going into three-quarter time, Smithy. That's what we needed.
Momentum's a big part of modern-day football, Brian, and it's with Bendigo at the moment. It's very hard to stop when you've got to run on. It's very hard to stop teams. What do? Do they try and block it up, or do they keep attacking? I know Ballarat will. They'll keep attacking. Their pats on the backs too. They know that they're still right in this game, or they're probably still leading this game, but Bendigo are coming home very, very strongly.
So three-quarter time in the classic interleague contest between Bendigo and Ballarat. It is Ballarat 11-8-74, leading Bendigo 10-9-69. 5-point ball game, quarter to go. Anybody's contest.
Set for a grandstand finish, aren't we? Fitting of the rivalry between these two sides. Ballarat by 5 points. A massive last quarter is on the way. We'll be back shortly to the QEO with more live local football on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
I thought a special mention for Thornton up forward, who got him right back in the game, and I was impressed with Baird too across the wing, and took a couple of good telling marks and run and carry across the middle there, Joel.
Hobbs, Short, Graham, Luke, Maximow and Kite, the better players for Ballarat to three-quarter time. 5-point margin. Bendigo haven't been this close since the start of the game. They have issued the challenge. They kick with the breeze in this last term, although it is a slight one down there at ground level, Brian. Doesn't look to be too much in it.
Not a great deal, Joel. No, you wouldn't say there's much, but it is. Has been the scoring end, even though the breeze there hasn't been a great deal at all. But they've gone in with the momentum, and momentum, Daniel, as we know, going into a final quarter, that's where you want to be.
It's a wonderful thing. So is interleague footy.
First goal's important. You'd think if Bendigo can get the first goal, I'd say they might even get two or three quick ones. If Ballarat do, then it's right back in their ball game.
Last quarter about to begin of 2017 interleague footy. The biggest rivalry in country footy comes to a grandstand finish. Ballarat by 5 points on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
And Timmy Martin again, the absolute gladiator for Bendigo, got another tap out. The take out from the Bendigo. Look at Martin. He went through the pack, got a hand pass wide. Missed the target, however, at the last minute. McPhee went after it, kicked it towards half forward for Bendigo. Chases on. After it down there is Tongue for Ballarat. Can he get it? He can. Under the pump. His handball was missed. Bendigo take the footy. They go a long way back to go forward. They go back again. I've lost it. I'm getting dizzy. Now from the wing. They go towards half forward with a long kick. Inside the forward 50 mark. Bear Thornton is turning out to be the absolute difference in this contest.
Cody Price again.
Yes, Brian.
He's the man at back. They just look for him off the back, and at three-quarter time, when Brett Fitzpatrick pointed out a few players, he pointed out to Cody Price and said, take the risk, go back through the middle, use your run, use your carry, and make sure your delivery's good inside forward 50.
Is he the one that was under the tree, Brian?
He was.
Gee, it was a big kick, Brian.
It was, Jock.
So Thornton, from 40 metres out, almost directly in front. Bears got 3.
It's home.
I think that's 4. And Bendigo have hit the front for the first time in this contest today, tonight, this evening, whatever the hell you want to call it. Bendigo in front by a point, 11-9-75. Ballarat 11-8-74.
This will just, Daniel, you reckon, they're going to have to step up now, Ballarat. They have not had the pressure on them all night, have they?
Yeah, absolutely. So the momentum's definitely going Bendigo's way. You can see they're on their toes. They're ready for anything. So they've got to really try and get back into this contest with momentum going their way.
What can they muster now? Sortino up in the ruck. Hutchinson trying to get a quick kick out of the contest. Kite goes in, quickly wrapped up by Martin Toma. And a ball up. 1 point lead to Bendigo. Ballarat have led at every change. The blue and gold are making their run. In the centre of the ground, they try and work it forward again. Wharton did beautifully. Handball out to Tom Toma, centre wing, good kick. And he finds a teammate on the outer side of the ground in Ben McPhee, who can look up and try and find an option. Just steadies now, kicks on the right boot toward half forward. Lanyon, the ball might sit for him. He tried to paddle it in. It eluded him. It's over the line. It'll be thrown back in on the outer side wing.
Gee, I've liked his game today too, Lanyon. He's been tough at it all match.
He's tagged Graham in that quarter and still now needs to be effective as well.
Thrown back into play. probably shared the honours in the ruck. Horbury got on the left boot, high ball towards centre wing. Bendigo with the 3-on-2, numbers around the football. They'll eventually work it out. Dashing through there was Price, did well. Martin to Price, takes the game on, runs to 50, loads up, vacant goal square, hits the inside of the post.
Two put the padding on.
Would have been goals
Too
today,
big.
I think.
Would have been an extraordinary bit of football from Cody Price.
Running strong. Running strong, Bendigo.
11-10-76 Bendigo, 11-8-74 Ballarat. 3 gone last term on Bendigo's Fresh FM thanks to Aussie Disposals.
I'll tell you what, Bear, you said that the coach asked Cody Price to take the game on at 3/4 time. He's absolutely doing that.
He has. He's just his ability. He probably took a bit of a risk there, but took it upon himself to have a shot. Missed by the closest margin he can, but
A bee's whisker.
yeah,
And
exactly.
when he's such a good kick, it's
He
not
is.
too much of a risk.
So the ball's been worked out of bounds. Now it's thrown in. Across half forward for Bendigo. Martin a big thump towards the 50-metre arc. Can they keep it in? They can't. It's pushed back over the line out of bounds and we'll do it all again.
They're not up and running like they were earlier, Daniel, either, Ballarat. They've just gone into their shells just a little bit, just wondering how they're going to get out of it.
I mean, Fitzy will be happy that they're winning the contested issues. Once the ball gets out, they're away.
Over the top, Martin got it down. Adam Baird threw it on the boot inside forward 50, but the Ballarat defence stands strong. They go back towards the centre of the ground, marking contest. Clever tap out the back, taken by Geary. His hand pass over the top's good to Moorhead. Moorhead goes with a pass to half forward, finds a teammate taken by Adam Baird. Baird's a big kick of the football. Goes inside forward 50. Thornton this time couldn't take it, but it's crumbed 40 metres out.
Antonovic!
Shot around the body. And Caden Antonowitz has kicked his third, and another one for Bendigo, and they are running absolutely on top of the ground, Bendigo at the moment. They go to 12-10, 82. Ballarat 11-8, 74. 5 minutes gone, final term. But what's more exciting than this, Daniel, is that on Monday at Humaniser, the Makita Truck Demo Day be there.
Not as exciting as this game, but that's pretty special. Well done, Antonovich. We've been waiting for him to be front and square all night, and he did it in the right time.
Well done, Lee Coughlin. Took the ball away from the contest, was wrapped up. Nick Comer had him. Kick towards half forward. Conway, Young. Conway again wins the one-on-one, but it comes quickly to Bell. Bell pops it over the top for Pring. Inside forward 50. Paddle it to his own advantage, then socket it to his own advantage. In front of the scoreboard, they crack in. Maximow came one way, but Donnan stood tall the other. The fumble on the last line. That should be a free kick. Umpire said maybe that Geary initiated the high contact, putting his head over the footy.
How can you pick it up if you don't bend over?
Very good point, Brian. We'll have a ball up. Last line of defence. Martin rushes down there, wins it down. Maximow had hands to it, then went to ground level. Couldn't keep his feet. And we'll have a ball up deep inside forward 50 for Ballarat. 8-point margin. Bendigo with the opening 2 of the last quarter. Ballarat haven't scored. 6 gone.
Up they go. Martin wins it down. It's deep in the pocket for Ballarat. Kick out of the danger zone. Ballarat got some numbers there, 20 metres out.
Holding the ball.
Player with the footy tackled. And the umpire has pinged him. It's a Bendigo free kick on the last line of defence. Across the ground.
Nervous.
Leave him alone, you blokes. It was marked inside and kicked towards half-back where the mark is taken by Joel Wharton. Getting a bit toey myself, so Wharton, half-back for Bendigo. Kick down the wing, grandstand side. There was a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, no talk.
And the ball's gone off hands over the line, out of bounds for
Right in front of you, Brian.
Yeah, just Caden thought that Andrew was going to come from behind. He left it, but Andrew thought Lanyon was going to take it.
Did you say anything, Bear?
No, I did say.
Well, you're not here for nothing.
No.
From the throw-in.
Wrong way.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Unbelievable. Isaiah Miller has taken the ball and kicked it towards Ballarat's end.
It's amazing what pressure can do, can't it? Everything goes out the window.
I think
Exactly.
Sortino just let him know as well.
It's come off hands and gone over the line and out of bounds.
I remember him doing something like
It'll
that.
be thrown back into play just outside forward 50 for Ballarat.
Might have done it last year as well, I reckon, at some stage, Miller. He made up for it with a big goal, though,
Got, what, poor compass.
in that game, perhaps. Ball will be thrown back in as it's knocked over the boundary line across half forward for Ballarat. They've been dangerous in this position. Forward half stoppages they've scored well from today so far, Smithy.
Yeah, they have.
Got to protect the numbers goal side. Martin wins it down. Diving in on top of it there was Curry. Went really hard at the footy. Heater dropped it. Curry's going to maybe pick it up inside forward 50. Knocked away. Well done, Holmes. Lanyon, handball, Coe. Quick one on the boot. Into the centre of the ground. Running after this footy. Leaving it behind was Gianpaolo. Well done, Toma. Needs an option. Breaking for him on centre wing is Huntley, who flies high. Can't mark. Chases it to the boundary line. Kept it in really, really well. Well done, Cal Huntley. Ran onto his own football.
Go, Cal.
Took a bounce. Ran to 55. Sent it up to bed. Open goal. This is a big goal. Pops it over the top and Antonovic slams it home. That is the Bendigo brand of football that we know and love, and it could prove to be successful this evening. Brilliant play, the Bendigo Football League. They get their third of this term, 14-point margin, 88 plays 74, thanks to Aussie Disposal. Smithy, that was brilliant.
I thought it was set up well by Blair Holmes. There was a couple of big body Ballarat plays there on Bendigo's defensive footy, but he dived on it, got the ball out, and then Bendigo ran and well done to Cal Huntley just to take him on with pace and kick it to the hot spot.
Someone tell me not to get ahead of myself. Ball up, centre of the ground. Ballarat player took it with Sherlock, locked up in a vice-like tackle, and the umpire's balled up again.
Jock, don't get ahead of yourself.
Thank you
Hasn't
very
been
much.
since the day we went down to Bacchus Marsh, Jock. Remember that day?
Yes.
Shut up, Brian.
Ball up, centre of the ground. Chance for Bendigo. Got some numbers around the contest.
Price.
They break from the centre of the ground. They all
Free
fall
kick.
forward. What's going on?
Free kick
Throw.
in the centre, it was a throw.
Well, I didn't think it was,
Neither did I.
but I didn't see it. So
Just
the
a
ball's
little
coming
paddle.
back to the centre of the ground
Bit of Billy Slater.
Yeah,
for
well,
Ballarat's Scotty Sherlock to take the free kick.
got numbers out here as well.
Defensive side of the centre. Sherlock goes wide. One-on-one contest.
Yeah,
good
good
mark,
grab.
Ballarat. So they've got it a kicking a bit from goal. Here they come.
Where's
They've
Graham?
really got to press up now. Goes into the pocket, gets the lead, and the mark is taken. That's one of the Grahams, isn't it?
Yep.
It's got the mark. Played on. Ran into Nark from outside 50. Centering kick. Plenty up. Big mark
it.
over the back. Paid, not paid. Gee, that was Conway. Thought he had it. He was head and shoulders over everybody
Nah,
else.
there was someone else. Yeah, well, it did come off the
Stop
front.
being so fair,
Oh,
Ben.
well, I can't be not, but only fair.
Ball up 20 metres out from the Ballarat goal.
Worked forward here for Ballarat. Baird puts his head over it, tackled in the back. So free kick last line. And just in stoppages and things now, Smithy, it's Ballarat who are under pressure. They're the ones dump kicking the ball inside forward 50 and feeling the heat. Bit of talk between Johnston and Lanyon. It'd be nice. It's roved beautifully by Short, who fires and misses. That's a let-off. That's a big let-off. Lanyon and Johnston went for the same football. Neither marked it. Short was let in and missed. 13-10-88 Bendigo, 11-9-75 Ballarat, 11 gone last term thanks to Choices Flooring on Bendigo's Fresh FM as Price drives the ball outside the defensive 50. Short marks again. Here's Brian Graham. He lines them up and he won't miss.
Good goal.
That's a terrific kick.
Just when you need your leaders to step up, Brian, one of the players, one of the Grahams anyway, stepped up. Was him and Sherlock are probably going to need to really get their hands on the footy and make sure the ball's going Ballarat's way.
Yep, they certainly do, Daniel. They've got to break the shackles a little bit. Lanion's been the man that's gone to the man Graham there, and he's just broken that and now got a goal. But just a little bit of talk. Big Dallin Johnson should have just held his ground and protected the area and let Lanyon take the mark, and we're out of there and gone and up the wing.
Ballarat 12-9-81, their first of this last term. Bendigo 13-10-88, 11.5 gone last quarter.
Back in the centre, Lang in ruck for Bendigo, gets it down and they get the takeout. Inside forward 50. The Ballarat defence under the pump, good tackle. Ball goes to ground,
in the
free
back.
kick. No, what's he
It's
paid?
going to be a free kick. He just, as he's tackled him, his jump's come over the top.
It was when he jumped back on, wasn't it, Brian Antonovic?
Yep.
Sick of you being fair,
He
man.
did very well too. He just put the pressure on, just got in the middle of his back.
Whatever. Ballarat free kick. 40 out from the goal. They're defending. They go wide. Sherlock's made space and takes the mark. So Sherlock's got it at half-back for Ballarat. Grandstand side. Comes down the wing. Up they go. Big heat of the target. Couldn't take it. Ball thumped over the line and out of bounds.
It's been
Well
good,
done
Kid 40.
down there
Yeah,
for,
Has been Dylan, Smithy. Yep.
Yeah, he's been terrific cross half-back. Brian, I just wonder if Bendigo can maybe isolate Collins, who's got a big tag on him, even put him really deep forward with Thornton there and try and get a one-on-one there with him.
It might be an idea.
From the wing, Ballarat will break from here. They'll go long towards half forward. The magnificent one flies, couldn't take the mark, but Ballarat get the crumb. Just outside forward 50, taken by Young. Will Young turns.
Magnificent.
One-on-one goal square tussle. No one could take the mark. The Ballarat player goes to ground. Bendigo gets some numbers back. It's 15 metres out from the Ballarat goal. Umpire lets them go. Nobody could push it out. Now it's a ball up.
Well done there, Bendigo, getting 3-on-1 there on Maximo Joel. He's been terrific one-on-one and very dangerous. I thought if the ball landed in his hands there, it was definite goal there for Ballarat.
13-minute mark of the final term. Bendigo in front by 7 points.
So ball worked forward. Good tackle. Looks like Joel Wharton in there. Ball is locked up. Deep inside attacking 50 for Ballarat. Bendigo with the first 3 goals of the term. Ballarat with the latest answer. Deep inside their forward 50. Young does well. Maximau on the end of it. Tackled, thrown to ground. It squirts out the back towards Young. Bendigo with numbers. Conway just throws a boot at that ball. Tracking it towards the boundary line is Sherlock. Collects, hemmed in, corralled, round the corner. Clever for Horbury. Well done though. In defence, Moorhead. And lost the track of the football. A floater from Page to the goal square. Conway left it behind. Maximau, brilliant left foot snap goal. Brilliant.
He beat 4 players then, John.
That was terrific from Jarrah Maximau. Margin back to a point. 13-9-87 Ballarat. 13-10-88 Bendigo. 2 quick answers for the Navy Blues. 14 gone last term. Thanks to Aussie Disposals on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
It was a wobbly old kick. It was a smart little kick here on the boundary first from Sherlock to just put in advantage, but it was a wobbly old kick to the hot spot. And there was 4 Bendigo defensive players there inside the goal square, but the ball went to ground and, only need one chance. Maximau straight through the middle.
Well, if Bendigo thought they'd done enough, they've got to reload now. Ball up, centre of the square. Every takeout important, and the umpire's picked out a free kick.
Been good, McPhee, hasn't he?
It'll go to Bendigo. So McPhee's got it from the middle of the ground. Goes
Collins.
wide to half forward to Collins, who takes a good mark just outside forward 50. He's too far out. He gets the lead. Goes. Oh, great defensive punch. Ball 40 metres out from Bendigo's goal. Ballarat with numbers stand up. A little dinky pass into the back pocket's okay.
Big Thornton should have taken the mark out in front. He just tried to let it come to his chest.
So Ballarat from the back pocket. Next kick's okay. They're still inside defensive 50. Deep in the pocket, out of side. They trail by a point.
Oh.
Kick inboard. Well, almost cut off, but not quite. And Ballarat take the mark. They play on with a hand pass and run through defensive 50.
No one there.
Long kick to a vacant half forward line. This is important. Bendigo with numbers. Can they get away with it? Taken by Baird. Hand pass back's all right. Down towards the wing grandstand side. Johnston takes the mark. Goes inboard to Toma. Toma turns, centres the ball into the corridor. Finds a teammate. That was in Lanyon. Lanyon goes with a hand pass to Moorhead. Moorhead goes inside forward 50. It's a Ballarat mark.
Oh, it's a dangerous kick across the face of goal in defensive 50. It's worked to Brian Graham. His kick cut off by Johnston, then couldn't locate the football. Graham goes back in. Handball inside defensive 50. Horbury will swing onto the left, that left boot, drive it outside defensive 50. Lovely kick, outer side wing, Ballarat with the football. 16 gone, last term, point the difference. Bendigo ahead. Young presents to centre wing on the outer side of the ground and marks. Conway's chased him all the way up there, looks for an option. It slows down in front of him. He thumps it down the line on the right boot. McPhee flies, had one in his back and will get a free kick. So Ben McPhee will take the free kick between wing and half back on the outer side of the ground. Looks into the centre for Martin. Poor kick over his head. Hutchinson, handball to Kite. Kite's got an open goal square, runs to 40, fires and gives Ballarat the lead. 14-9-83 Ballarat, 13-10-88 Bendigo, 17 gone last term thanks to Aussie Disposals on Bendigo's Fresh FM. It was a risky kick back through the corridor and it did not come off. Really well done from Kite and Hutchinson to make them pay, Smithy.
Yeah, well, there's times to switch and there's times to take the game on and go through the middle, but you've got to make sure execution's on. And, like high risk, high reward. High risk, sometimes it can really hurt you. So I think it's going to come down to who uses the ball the best in this last 10 minutes.
Back in the centre, Martin gets the tap down, but Ballarat run onto it. No player went without it. Ballarat still a chance. Work towards half forward. Taken for them over there by Horbury. Horbury turns his left foot, kick inside forward 50. Great mark in defence taken down there by Conforti. So now he looks at his option. Might be Miles, is it?
Now it's Conforti.
Conforti.
Trust your instinct.
I shouldn't have doubted myself. Goes long to the wing, out of side. One-on-one contest. No one could take the mark. Ballarat look to have the numbers, though. It's taken by Graham. Can't control it. Ball spills out of his hands over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. It's on the wing, out of side. Ballarat lead by 5 points. 18 minutes gone. Final term.
Ball to be thrown back in. Heater and Martin. Martin down decisively in the Graham direction. Quick kick up towards half forward. Huntley's there, outpointed. Looks like a mark. It might be Hoy across half back for Ballarat. In fact, it's Bolton who's got the football. So Jacko Bolton has got it inside the defensive 50. Gets on the right boot, drives it down the line, and Martin will mark. Good grab, Timmy Martin. I tell you, he's been good tonight. He's had the fair share of the ruck duties to do, and he's won most of it. Back inside forward 50 now. Bendigo, a big grab!
Is it Huntley?
That is a terrific grab from Callan Huntley.
Strong.
Beautiful stuff. He's done that tonight. I tell you what, this kid gets better with every game of football he plays. And Callan Huntley's got a big chance here. 45 out, slight angle right of centre to go back and give Bendigo back the lead.
He's had shoulder problems through the last 6 months, but he's taken some terrific contested overhead marks. He's not a big fella, but geez, he's taken some great marks. Marking's been terrific tonight by both.
Been
both
important.
sides.
Huntley from 49 metres out, lets it go. It's long, it's straight, it's a big goal. Oh, it's a big goal from Callan Huntley. Bendigo by a point at the 19-minute mark of the last term on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
Yeah, goal for goal, Smithy. It's just, it's which side can just hold their composure now and use the ball going inside forward 50. And that mark by Callan Huntley, he just jumped at it and just clunked it. It looked as like a big forward, not a small forward.
I thought it was Thornton.
Yeah, so did I.
Because it's so close, boys, both sides have got to still attack the contest. No one can afford to just try
What a
and
game
be
of footy.
defensive. Ball up, ball fell at the feet of both ruckmen. They jump on top of the umpire, do it again.
Irrespective of outcome, as we tick into time on, we couldn't have asked for better than this, could we?
You couldn't ask for a better game.
Great game of footy.
Very little between these two leagues, there's no doubt about that. Ball up, centre of the ground. Ballarat player took it, lost it in a tackle. Who can come out of the centre? It's Bendigo who squirted out towards half forward. Marking contest. No one could take the football. Ballarat's defence mop up. They go wide towards half back to Graham. He takes the mark. He's got space. Plays on with a little pass to his brother. Do they kick to anybody else?
Waxy.
Set play.
The one on the wing is Brian. He takes it. Goes to half forward. Mark not paid, but Ballarat will get the crumb. They go long, inside forward 50, up they go, thumped away and over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in.
Brilliant from Concordia again.
Joel, you mentioned at the start of the quarter the Jume set in. I have seen a couple of players slip over the last minute, so hopefully it's not in an important contest or issue.
So the ball to be thrown in Ballarat's forward pocket. They trail by a point, 21 minutes gone, final term.
Just
Gone a little bit smaller. Two boys, Johnson's come off and put Coughlin back on.
Into time on, thanks to Tindakar. Well done, Pring. Handball to Graham, taken high. Brian Graham will go back, 45 out, slight angle right of centre, and he will line up. He gave them the lead earlier in the term. Can he do it again?
He took that tackle. He made sure that it got high, and because he knew he wasn't going to get out any further than where he was.
So Brian Graham has got the football.
Man with two first names.
Yes, indeed.
Big kick.
He's a man with 2 goals to his name as well. This is a massive kick. They trail by a point before it. At the 22-minute mark, he crosses the 50. He unloads. It's right to the line. It's touched, is it?
Free kick.
A free kick. And it's going to Bendigo.
No score.
Block in the marking contest. No score. Bendigo retain the lead by a point at the 22-minute mark of this final term as Miles drives them long and high to the outer side.
Big marking contest, clears defensive 50, no one can
well
bring
done.
it down. Crummers needed, good work Bendigo, taken away and kicked towards the wing on the outer side. They might be out, McPhee's got it, little bit of space, goes long inside forward 50, Thornton goes up, couldn't complete the mark, hand pass over the top by a Ballarat defender, couldn't find his teammate, whistle on the play.
He's handballed that out, and he's called it dropping the ball.
Free kick to Ballarat, last line of defence, shocker.
So
well.
Luke's got it. He chips short to Sherlock. 22 and a half gone last term. Bendigo by a point. Inside defensive 50. Sherlock one way, the other. Handball to Horbury. Left foot kick out to the wings. A lovely ball that bounces off the chest of Young. Has to go back and get it. Runs around. Evades his man. Really good mobility. Kick towards half forward though. His man in Conway stayed back there and intercepts. Across half back. Harry Conway collects his kick though. Evades his teammate out there in Martin. It'll be thrown back in centre wing outer side of the ground.
Bendigo got to keep attacking here, but there is time. If there is a time or a chance, just to slow it down every now and then, let's do it.
23 gone. Last term on the time on clock thanks to Tindercar. Bendigo by a point in this interleague clash on Bendigo's Fresh FM. Martin won it down. It's worked back in toward the corridor. Trying to bustle his way through was Sherlock. Couldn't handle it. Collins lays a tackle. They flick it out, but Ballarat will come back inside the forward 50. Big fly. Conway got to the front. Couldn't take the footy. They work it out. Pring closes to 30. Fires and goals. Ballarat back in front. 15-9-99. Bendigo 14-10-94. 24 gone last term thanks to Choices Flooring on Bendigo's Fresh FM. And again, they find an answer, Smithy.
Just had the numbers out the back of the contest, Brian. It was they knew where the players were out the back, fed it out to them, and then Pring just to finish the nice touches there. That was a good goal in trying conditions.
Certainly was. They just that little flick out just ended up in the right place at the right time, and they were able to get it forward.
Ball up back in the centre. Chance for Bendigo. Can they get it out? Collins, they got him. Ballarat shuffle it somehow towards half forward. Good tackle.
That was the even up because there was a free kick back in the middle.
Umpires picked out a free kick to Ballarat at half forward. He's looking after the Graham boys. Did someone tell me these umpires are from Ballarat?
I think a couple of them.
Graham kicks inside forward 50. Oh, the pack misjudged it. Goes over the back. No one could take it. Paddled away by the Bendigo defence. They're in trouble. They need to get it out. Hand pass over the top was all right. He taken by Toma. He's got to get rid of it. He does. Wanted Lanyon. He couldn't take it. And they go to ground. The umpire balled it up just outside Ballarat's forward 50-metre arc.
The dew setting in now, boys. It is getting a bit of a slippery ball out there, so it's getting harder conditions for the players.
So time ticks away. Ballarat trailing, leading, I should say, by 5 points.
Here's Horbury, centre wing, handball back to Luke, standing start, inside, outside, gets away with it. Left foot kick up towards half forward. Geary sits under it, protects the space. And Martin did beautifully. Big Timothy drops back, dangerous ball. Cut it off. They're out here though, Bendigo. If Coughlin can collect, he can't. Getting in there though, and they're doing it well. Hoy goes inside forward 50. Maximow's on a long lead. He collects, he wheels around, he steps inside. He went one too many. Sorry, Jerry, you're gone. Sunshine back the other way. Here you go, Bendigo. Conforti drops it on the boot. Long left foot ball. Huntley flies, can't mark. Big issue, centre of ground on the outer side. Hoy goes in, he's tackled, brought to ground and a ball up.
Pressure. Both sides are feeling it now, and just little mistakes. Maximow there just trying to do a little bit too much. And when the Bendigo boys turned it over, I thought they were out, but just couldn't hit the target.
26 gone last term. Ballarat 5-point leaders.
Ball up on the wing outer side. Pack develops, umpire will ball it up again.
A couple of minutes to go.
Yeah, probably.
Ballarat have kicked 4 in the term, Bendigo 4.
There's enough time if Bendigo are good enough. Ball up on the wing, out of sight. Nobody can get it effectively. Pack develops, umpire letting them try. But in the end, he's going to ball it up again. So Ballarat, I think, they're trying now to clog it up.
Yep.
Certainly are, holding it in, not letting it come out, and hoping that they can get on the end of it. That's a good tackle.
Should be a free, wasn't. Conway inside defensive 50. Now they need to work it out and go quickly. Here's Collins inside defensive 50. He's got Price.
Go, Cody,
Whose
go.
hands would you want it in? Cody Price needs to go. Chips it short. Holmes got it centre wing. Needs to get up and go here, Blair Holmes. Bendigo trail by 5. 24 gone or 27 gone last term. Holmes drives it toward half forward. Luke stands in the hole and takes a terrific mark, like he's done so many times this evening. Ryan Luke's got the football and he'll bang it long back the other way. Big contest, centre wing. Up goes Kite. Can't mark. Heater's there. Conway's there. Handball back inboard. Chopped off. Collins goes through. Conway goes in. Picked the footy up. Ran the centre wing. Goes towards half forward. Antonovich. Mark. Baird. Inside forward 50. Big mark. And going back, no, to take his kick was Toma. Goes inside forward 50, maybe a turnover. Back to Adam Baird, 45 out, needs a handball. Finds one, back to Toma, 60 out from goal. Back to Moorhead, the debutant, inside forward 50. Thornton flies, can't mark. 40 out from Bendigo's goal. Graham goes in, quick clearing kick from Hobbs. And a mark on the outer side, and it might have been the last roll of the dice for Bendigo.
Sherlock's got it, takes his time.
Need to man up. They need to man up. Everyone's got to get one. They'll run the clock down.
So they go backwards. Inside defensive 50, Ballarat trying to milk the clock. They lead by 5 points. Another little pass is all right. 28 gone, final term. Umpire calling play on. Now they do with a long kick down the wing, outer side to a big pack. Goes over towards the back. Bendigo come out with the footy. Handball inside. It went to Baird. Can he shrug the tackle? He can't. Got it towards Lanyon. He was tackled. Lost the footy. Kick off the ground. Goes inside forward 50 for Ballarat. They slide inboard. Kick off the ground. Favours Ballarat. Will it sit for them? Kicked off the ground. Goal! Goal to Ballarat.
Pring again.
In the right spot at the right time, wasn't he? Maximau just pushed it in his advantage and he kicked it off to the hot spot, and then he knew if he had the pace he was going to be first to it. So yeah, Bendigo had their chance a minute ago, and it's amazing how the opposition take it up the other end and it's a goal, Brian.
Yeah, it's just a couple of little tiny things. They just couldn't get it to a target, and just that little slip by Skinny Baird and over, and if they could have got it inside forward 50. I thought Bear Thornton was a bit unlucky. Get a free kick.
Going to be a free.
Too many in the square.
Too many. Yeah. There is the
siren
siren.
Sounds. Pring's goal gives Ballarat an 11-point lead. 16-9, 105 Ballarat. Bendigo 14-10, 94. Bendigo kicked the first 3 of the quarter. Ballarat answered with 5 of the last 6. They run out 11-point winners here at the QEO in the AFL Victoria Country Championships game for season 2017. And what a game it was. That was an outstanding.
Boys had 2 on the backside, defensive side. That's what got them that last takeout. They were just...
All right, can we have the 2 teams come out and have the presentation ceremony? First of all, can I say this race is a great effort, took the game right there on the wire. And congratulations to the Ballarat team on the day. It's a great stand of football. Can I call it forward?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bendigo lead umpire, Bendigo
No doubt about that. 16-9, 105 Ballarat, Bendigo 14-10, 94. 9v10 matchup at the AFL Victoria Championships. Of course, Ballarat will move on back up the rungs. Bendigo Football League go back down. Not playing this year. They lost this afternoon, so
sponsoring the day,
the same matchup.
and we're all country footy.
Maybe. You looking? Doc.
And now can I have the coach?
They're all round.
Cannonball.
It's
Going a little bit too much.
Tipping the funds in. Like the end of season footy trip. Let's hear
2 bob away each week.
Let's hear from Brett Fitzpatrick down on the ground.
Yeah, it wasn't too difficult for us to choose this Brian Graham.
So Brian Graham, the best player as voted by the opposition. He was terrific, Smitty, wasn't he?
Oh, terrific. He played a 4-quarter game. He was down back when needed. He got plenty of contested ball through the midfield, and then he finished off with a couple of classy goals. So yeah, great game by Graham.
And we'll hear from Brett Fitzpatrick, who's going to say a few words.
On behalf of the Bendigo Football Netball League, I'd like to thank our guys for the effort and the application they've put this evening to create a great contest. But to Sean and his crew at Ballarat, well done. I thought when the momentum swung against you early in that last quarter, it's easy for sides to lay down and forget about it, and to apply yourself, come back and just have that will to win the ball and create forward options and be composed and managed. Fantastic, and it's a deserved win, so well done.
Brett Fitzpatrick there speaking on the ground.
I'll now call forward Ballarat coach, Shane sent the best player to the Bendigo League.
Thoughts, boys?
Cody Price.
Oh, I think he was.
Big fella.
Tim Martin as well.
The best player we thought, we certainly tried everything, and obviously a very classy player. Number one, Henry Collins.
Andy Collins, best player on the ground. Used it well, didn't he?
His first half, he was probably easily the best player on the ground. I thought Hoy did a terrific job in the second half, but Collins still used it well when he had it.
Just on behalf of the Ballarat Football Netball League, I'd just like to thank Brett and the Bendigo Football Netball League. It was a great game to watch. Probably same for you, Brett, feeling nerve-wracking up in the box when the momentum keeps changing all the time, but just thought the way the girl guys applied themselves throughout the game was fantastic, and certainly played wonderful ground football. So well done to the Ballarat boys and all the support staff that we have. Thanks for the commitment you've put into the program over the last few weeks. You know, you certainly have done the league very proud, and they're very grateful for the efforts that you've put in today, so thanks very much.
Shane O'Loughlin, the Ballarat coach, speaking.
Community captain Shane Page from Ballarat come forward, and we'll have Tony McNamara from AFL, Central Victoria Commission, present the WorkSafe Cup to the Ballarat Football League.
So Ballarat winners in 2017 interleague play over the Bendigo Football League. Shane Page and Shane O'Loughlin lift the cup aloft. 11-point winners, 16-9, 105 to 14-10-94, the final score.
You want the rest of the players up there?
Going the way.
All come up there, all the Ballarat players come up and get in the photo.
Terrific game.
And that concludes the official part of the meeting. Thanks everyone for coming along and making it a successful day.
Attacking game, and from the young players, there was nothing untoward in the contest. It seems like the two leagues have a healthy respect for one another.
Well, certainly they do now. I don't know how much respect they would have when they belted their pants off by 77 points a few years ago. Interesting the number of players that have swapped jumpers tonight.
Yep.
And do you know what that reflects on? That we've got such young guys that they're happy to swap the jumper because they know they can ride on next year.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah, you got a lot
That's
of older
confidence.
blokes. You got a lot of older blokes. Well, you know.
It says with it, more
You know what
confidence than
young
anything.
blokes think they think they're bulletproof.
Well, we all think we're bulletproof on that, young.
Something used to happen all the time, didn't it, Joff? And then went out the window a little bit, but it's great to see it come back in, one of the old traditions.
Well, that's why
Maybe most of their blokes have got another jumper already.
Yeah, could be.
A couple more swapping jumpers as we speak as well. Braden Kite swapping jumpers with Callum Deary, who's just having a little bit of trouble getting it off at the moment. So, young Cal, but yeah, terrific to see. Certainly a healthy respect between the two sides. Yeah, you love to